Hello!
Sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Hello. Damn, everybody's here today. Hello, how are you all doing? Hello, Karim. Hello, Oku. Hello, Jojo. A hydrate already? Good thing I have a brand new bottle here. Hi, how are you all doing? Hold on. Honestly, deserved. Been a while since I drank some water today. Hello, I am Archie, a cook detective, and ignore my DM message I sent you 5 minutes ago. Wait, sorry, I did not see any DM message. Let me see. Oh! Discord message. Wait, did I fuck up the message? I have a problem with schedules. I did fuck up the schedule. Fuck! I may have a problem regarding time zones, especially when it comes to daylight saving time. And I cannot use my own time zone because there is no daylight saving times here. But what the fuck is watching me at like GMT -3. I don't want people to have to do math to convert the time zones. Also, hello, Green Ishmael. Why are you green? Do I even want to know the answer? Please. Yeah. So, from last time I played Limbus, it was actually last week. It wasn't that long. I managed to do a few things. First of all, I unfortunately did not. Wait, I have a 10. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that later. She's green for an amazing reason. It's Ahab's fault? Of course it's Ahab's fault. Everything is Ahab's fault. She might be evil defiant, as some may say. So, what I was gonna say. I managed to do the Railway 2. Railway 2 kinda stuck. Oh, it's a red pad he did not... Hold on. Oh, right. Because last time I had to stream. I had to stream without my model. So I ended up turning off some of the rewards. Let me turn them on again. Give me a momento. Uno segundo, por favor. This. Oh, the clown one was turned off. That explains a lot of things. There we go. Everything should be on back. Everything should be back. N-Corp banned this gold for the city. Considering banning from the entire city is kinda bad, so the outside noise is worse than the city. There is 100% a way in the city to do that. I'm not sure I want to know how. But yeah, Railway 2 sucks so badly. The fact that you have to... I'm gonna enter just to like give a better explanation. I can have something on stream. The fact that you have to fight this fucker 500 times. And you also have Fey Lantern later on. Fey Lantern kinda sucks. Especially because I may or may not have... Oh yeah, there we go. I did get this. I'm pretty sure I did get this. But this one had no effect. Huh, interesting. I thought off the book axe would have like an effect, but I guess not. But anyways, it took me 110 turns, and I may have been abusing the House of Spiders Ryoshi for that. So Fey Lantern on Cycle 5 really fucked me up. Haven't seen anyone enjoyed it. I'm being so residential as fuck. Proper way to water grass. Well, proper way to water grass is interesting. I don't think I've ever seen anybody caring about that. People would just throw water at things. Roses is a pain. Yeah, Roses took a couple of tries because I was not understanding the mechanic. But the worst of all to me was Fey Lantern. Because when you play with House of Spiders Ryoshi and you reach Fey Lantern with like 3 people, which would usually be pretty much this was my team for that. So whenever I reach Fey Lantern, it would be like either these 4, Yiseng, Ryoshi, Merceau, and Gregor alive, or just like these 3. And I ended up that she instantly charms everybody and ends the fight. So I had to kinda play it very, very slow on the Fey Lantern on Cycle 5. So I ended up to strip. True, I am a little bit shrimping. Hold on. Thank you. Yeah, I had to play Cycle 5 incredibly slowly and mess around with the deployment order. Because, yeah, the Fey Lantern kinda sucks. It took a couple of tries to do the Fey Lantern. How am I supposed to posture check again? I am already... Okay. Ugh. I shouldn't have scratched like that. But yeah, Rainbow 2 is done. Hopefully I don't have to do that again. I am kind of sad that it didn't give me a... Oh wait, it does have an effect. Oh, it does have an effect. Never mind, I'm stupid. I could swear I didn't have one. Already have that one. There's... Wait, am I... Yeah, there we go. Good enough. I could swear I did not. I had it before. I checked and it wasn't there. Good enough. Why you keep posture checking me? My posture... Okay, my posture is not that bad, that good. But it's a thing. It's good enough, I think. Speaking of being good enough, I tried to get her like good, and actually I have one more. I have 3 tickets. Wait. Hold on, let me first do a one poll. Okay. So what I was saying, I got a few more units. I got Sync Don Quixote, which I have to say, incredible art. Not sure if she's that good of a unit, but at least she is like, it's my burn thing is now kinda completed. I have 7 units I can use for the main thing, and at least for mirror dungeons this is good enough. Eagle have a lower pull rate. Oh, I did not know that. I got the new announcer. Where is she? I got the family abuse announcer. Great. Amazing things are happening. All right, you are the one that was revealed only after I finished it. Okay. Actually, you know what? There we go. Put the child to talk to us. Funny that my first announcer that I got was Lei Hang out of all people. The dude that everybody invited. Ooh, I also got where is it? Here? Yeah. I got Yiseng from the pool. From the pool of the can you guess in the Railway 2. So now I'm gonna use him on my Deluge team when I am able to like do that. I kinda wish I might have a separate screen for Tremor. We're gonna have to wait and see. Wait, I can put Maid Ryoshu over Maid Butler Altis over this. Facades are a thing, true. Never mind, this is great. I can also put the facade on top of you. Do I have a good sinking for you? No, you technically is thinking. Okay. Huh. Okay, never mind. I'm gonna have to worry a bit more later about my actual sinking team, but sinking team is low priority right now. 7 burn team, I have everybody already. This 7 is fits the boss node. Yeah, for Mirror Dungeon, I think I have a good burn team. I have a good bleed team for Mirror Dungeon too. And I have Terrific Trial. So I have 3 Mirror Dungeon teams. Let me put you back on things that nobody uses. You and you. There we go. Now I wanna level my MB team. Ah yeah, I got Ryoshu, look. I got Archie Ryoshu and I got Lord of Honglu. So eventually I'm gonna need to make a Rupture team. But for now I have Bleed, I have Avatar, I have Burn. Envy is gonna be the next unit I'm gonna level. And then probably Sinking or Rupture, we'll see. I kinda wanna make a team that is just them too. That's like focused around Don Quixote, Queen of Hatred. But I think that's gonna come way later in the future. Also because I wanna use ADD Gregor. Okay. Yeah, I got stuff going. The biggest limitator that I have right now is experience. The Railway 2 gave me a lot of experience. They gave me a lot of tickets. I should probably at one point try the Railway 6. Because he does seem to have a lot of... Oh, this dragon. The fuck are you? Refracted Yinglong. Fun fact, I saw this dragon before I started Kanto 8. And I thought the dragon was gonna be a boss at Kanto 8, but apparently not. Ooh. I'm gonna have to fight the Heishos? Well, that's gonna be a problem. I think I'm gonna leave this Kanto. Oh, 111 or fewer total turns before Zone 7 ends. Ooh, okay. I think I'm gonna have a specific team for this one. It can be the first node. I'm pretty sure I can. The thing that has me worried is because, like, come on, the Railway Sticks. I don't think I have a team that is strong enough to do Railway Sticks yet. Unless I bank it all on Blade of Spiders Ryoshu. But I don't think that's gonna work. Something tells me that House of Spiders Ryoshu is not optimal for this. Especially because I want to try to finish it in less than this amount of turns. I have heard, though, that the MV team is good for this one. So I'm gonna wait until I have a good MV team. I have everybody leveled. So I can actually do the Railway 6. Justice 2 for strongest team. Then repeat section 2 in section 4. Ooh, but I think I'm gonna need like everybody to be level 60 for that, right? Because as you can see, I don't really have everybody level 6 on my teams. I wish you can solo the left side. Yeah, and I heard that the MV team specifically is very, especially her, is very good against the Yinglong. So I think I'm gonna wait until I have everybody leveled. It's gonna take a while, but I'm not in a rush for that. What we should be doing though, before I go, and also we have this, but I have to finish. Oh, interesting. That is true. I never really played the game on hard. Huh, okay. I'm gonna have to redo it on hard later on. Trust me, section 2 didn't take me weeks of trying. Yeah! Sure, of course not. I'll trust you. But still, Leiheng is coming, and I have heard tales of how strong Leiheng was before the nerf. So I'm kind of scared. To have Leiheng out of all people be the first refractarial that I try, I feel like that's gonna be a problem, but hey. Surely, House of Spiders Ryoshu is strong enough to just carry us, right? Surely. Surely there is nothing we can worry if we just get her to solo. Yeah, right. The game is easy. You can win rate everything, right? Just solo her. Where's one of her? It's just 30 soldados. Yeah, and phase 2 is like just Sinclair. It's gonna be funny. New Dawn's really nice. I heard that the New Dawn Eagle is nice for the Envy team, right? I wonder how worse the Envy team is with Queen of Hatred instead of Middle Dawn. But that's probably like not bad enough that it invalidates the team. I really need to make a Queen of Hatred Dawn team. Hey, Intervalo, we still have a while until Kanto 10 comes on. It's gonna be in September if the director is to be believed. So let's finish the Intervalo and see where Merceau is gonna be at the end. Both Queen and Middle don't benefit. Nice. I know what you're looking for. The owner of the bakery was a woman holding the same wicker basket as the one in the photograph. Took one glance at the picture I held up for her and gave a quick nod.
This man, he works for category 70 neck. Works in category 70 right neck. He's a regular. He used to drop by every morning to buy sandwiches to share with his co-workers. Haven't seen him around lately though.
And those co-workers, I assume they were wearing the same uniform. I have heard theories about autists. Sorry to interrupt the story. I have heard so many theories about what the Trojan horse is. I have seen some theories that the Trojan horse may be what led, or maybe somehow a version of the Mountain of Smiling Bodies, because in some arts of the Trojan horse, of the Trojan horse in Limbus Company, you can see that the Trojan horse in Limbus Company was like a cage with a bunch of people inside, and you can see that these people were smiling in some of the arts. So it does make me wonder. Altis, what the fuck did you do? I am terrified. I know that we still have a long way to go until Altis. We're not gonna get Altis this year. God, I am so excited for Hakanto. Asking the question on my behalf, Altis showed the baker another photograph.
Probably. He was always mentioning wearing one too. I guess it's the catering uniform.
This confirms our lead executive manager. Few inquiries at the cannery should bring us the information we need. Yeah, you're right, but it's just that she doesn't feel very concerned at all. She's one of the people in the photos that weren't affected by distortion, right? How should be a close acquaintance? Allow me to verify, executive manager. Do you know the name of this regular you spoke of?
Name? Am I supposed to know that?
But I wasn't expecting her to actually know his name. The apathy evident in her voice gave me pause. I took a photo of you. Yeah, she is very, not caring for the questioning, huh? Would it be reasonable to assume you were well acquainted with him?
Oh, that.
Ooh, I don't like this expression. The baker's demeanor changed when Aldous pressed the point. She gave a strange, unsettling smile before pulling something from her apron pocket. A thin and round can-like object.
He said he gave me 5 of these canned experiences for free if I let him take my picture. Even said to throw in the docograph of the building of my choice. He docographs buildings, right? I hear they even take work trips on the NASA every now and then.
Right, so these are how canned experiences in this game work.
I asked him to get me a docograph of this lovely mansion I saw in the nest suburbs. I don't ever get to find a beautiful place like that, but this way I could at least experience what it's like, and gosh, was everything I hoped for.
This cannot be good for your mental health. I couldn't quite put my finger on it, but there was a distinct eeriness to the dreamy, blissful smile on the baker's face that sent a chill down my spine. Young my soul, are these canned experiences truly possessed of such marvels to pluck all semblance of reason from one's countenance? His dreams had drug. Yeah, pretty much. I'm curious on how they are made and how they are consumed. Is this something you drink? Is this something you... They maintain a high demand across the city. District 14 is only one of several markets. Does that mean that those who indulge in canned experiences may experience venturing on a condition of the Great Lake and bungee jumping off the summit of the skyscraper yonder as they remain seated where they are? They may, however.
Oh, a basket can, allowing one to pursue any dream the heart may conceive. Verily, I confess my own soul is much tempted.
Don, you of all people should understand that chasing a fake dream is not a good thing, It's the first on pursuing a dream. Oh, that's a new expression. Yeah, that's the second time we've seen Matt, right? Mass-produced canned experiences are made from base experience matter, mixed with various modified information. The resulting end product enables intense stimulation through altered memory. Oh! So it's not that you go on like a catatonic state experiencing like a drug or something. It injects memories to you? Huh. In this case, that could be a way to inject someone with like fake memories, wouldn't it? I wonder why Merceau feels so strongly about them. A piece of memory refined to numerous processing stages of the category's production lines is not equivalent to the generated experience, meaning the usage of experiences in your previous state must also be amended. Very similar to reaction when understood objective. Yeah. Do you think that in this universe, instead of Merceau like shooting a person, do you think he got framed and they used the canned experiences to like frame him? Which would put him a more feeling very strongly about him, and also put him like very strongly against the objective thing. Flammers get under your skin. That may be true. Memory is altered for sense simulation. That does sound quite shady. How doth this cast a shade upon the boons granted by the can? Adventures and tales are for suit inclined towards the good and do. Because the memories provided by the canned experiences are extremely vivid. I gotta do more like exercises with my face before streaming, so I don't have problems speaking some of these words. Statistics have shown that users of cans interpret them as authentic experiences and become dependent on them. Possible cause of the formation of dependence patterns in the canned experiences allow one to feel as if one has achieved a dream that is, in reality, impossible. Are they implying that users are made content with devouring forged dreams stored in instant use cans? Yeah, exactly. That's giving the illusion of a dream, but not an actual case of one. Or still, the user may no longer strive to chase dreams in the waking world. Yeah. For the sweeter and more splendid the dream is embellished, the more impossible it will appear to be grasped with one's own hand. Both the correct and incorrect things are things that don't appear logical. Yeah. Become a cause for surrender instead of inciting one to march forth. Ellie, don't you know the significance of dreaming itself? The result it read, or else it not the spirit of Galop powered? Oh, now she's understanding. Why does everybody want to check my posture today? Oh, hi Redwell, thank you for the redeems. Thank you. Whether that knows its significance, I cannot know. But they sell well. So, how much you'll be buying? Wait, what? You came barging in with all these questions and I was patient enough to answer them politely, wasn't I? Don't you think you owe me a sale or two? You're the one about to leave without buying a single loaf after crowning on my bakery and scamming out my customers, are you? Okay, yeah, we can. I'm sure the Limbus company budget can... I'm sorry, I just realized. Are we being paid? Do we have a salary? Do we have a wage? Are we paid by like commission every time we get a golden bow or every time we do a distortion? Everybody in the bus gets a bonus? Or at least it's just we get the workplace's money. Ah, of course. I gave us on point actually. If a whole group gathered around, the passerby gave us a wide berth and hurried on, whispering among themselves. Nobody was about to come in by Brad like that. Come on, lady. I bet I cleared off your shelf already, didn't I? Did? Why the hell are you keeping all that then? You even gonna ask? Of course I had some already. And the rest safely tucked it in my coat pocket so we can all share later. So you already ate some. Let's buy a little more. It's still scared off the customers. Out of curiosity, Miss Rodion, how much have you eaten of them? Given that the expenses made to facilitate this operation, the lack of prior budgeting should not be pose a problem. Oh, nice! Sesame rice one for me, please. What are you doing here? We were looking everywhere. Who's Kim? You really did have a knack for making an entrance at the least expected moment. Look at the size of 4 massive thick breads. Suspiciously bread-shaped rodent with a suspiciously bread-shaped neck. Hey, mister! I haven't been this whole time! Wait. Be cross with me all you like, but just give me a moment. There's a pause, waiting, puzzled anticipation. Is he gonna run away? Only for Kim to take a sesame rice one from the baker hands and stomp on it. Hold on, I feel I'm gonna sneeze. Never mind. Alright. I'm ready. You can waste some bread. Ooh! There's an angry fist drove straight into Kim's solar plexus, holding him to the ground like a crumbled sack of potatoes as he rolled away. Damn. Matthias got nothing on an angry Ursa. At this rate, the owner might start charging us the whole bakery nest, roof and all. Let's get away from here. Oh, sure. We're so approached as we walk down the street with Archie and Kim still scrabbling behind us. I was holding a roll of something brown and tightly coiled. Have completed development of the film per your instructions. Also, this is the film the cancer where you were shaking, huh? You just unroll it, hold up against the sun or some other source of light. As it is a reversal film, damages should be visible if they were photographed. I had no idea what a reversal film meant, but the other side and roll the film. Okay, let's see it. Oh, that's pretty cool. Oh, is it showing? Can I see too? Oh, everybody wanna see. It was hard to make out the details because the images were too small, but I could still tell the strip was packed with almost identical pictures. Is this the same person every shot? Same pose in all of them? Oh, you're right. No, wait a sec. Is the arm here? The further on the strip you go, the lower it gets. Oh, it's like an animation. Yeah, the headlock is turned to the right. Huh? We were all squinting up at the tiny frames of the film when Sinclair suddenly flinched and went to see it like it's in something it shouldn't have. A second later, all colored red from his face. Reminds me of something I learned in school. You draw a picture in the corner of a stack of notes. Yeah, it's like an animation book, right? Slide with the arms down and make one small change to the page. Yeah, they're raised up. And when you flip the pages fast enough, the drawings stop looking like separate images. The figures start moving. The class called the Introduction to Motion Pictures. Are you... Remember the teacher saying that video footage was all made the same way? Why are you scared? Continual sequences of still images. Oh! The remainder of the phrase Justice film strip is likely constitute footage. Oh, wait! Recording is forbidden? Like, you can take pictures, but you can't record? We are so fucked. This is surely a taboo of N-Corp, not the city, right? Doesn't mean we're gonna have to deal with the claw or anything, right? I don't think we're ready to face the claw yet. Taboo. Oh. Oh shit. Did they already find us? You know what? Let's try our bleed theme. Let's see how well they're gonna go.
제한 명령 지역으로 이동.
Recording in general N-Corp taboo, but if you record the night... Yeah, I know that recording like the night in the city, especially I think what you can't record is like the specific time where the sweepers come out, right? I think that's what you can't record. Or can't you record like anything past a certain point? Crap. As soon as I registered Mercel's word, my hand reflexively threw the film to the ground. You gonna be okay? Just broke the boo! My mind began to race, rapidly traveling back to our journey. Specifically the time when Don Quixote smashed into a N-Corp and caused the wing to wipe out our team multiple times over. I felt pain. At least we had Virgilius with us then, it ended being not that big of a deal at the end of the day. They could revive the sinners, but some MNESTIC can get serious trouble just for carrying anything to do with them, can't they? Already torn toward the sinners, many of whom looked every bit trouble as I felt. How does Marceau feel? Few of them expressed a casual lack of concern, citing out the crazy things we've gone through so far. Yeah, I would expect Ishmael to be a lot more concerned though. Miss Faust, what will happen to us? What will happen to us if this gets the manager killed? Okay, so this is it, huh? Stop freaking out, guys. They're not dying, we'll be fine. N-Corp's not gonna kill you on the spot just for possessing a film roll. Really? Well, might be a problem if the film roll does contain genuine recorded footage, but not like you guys are handling filming it, right? When N-Corp dudes get here to pick it up, just comply with their commands, thank them for their service, and nicely hand it over to the authorities. Everything should be okay. Oh, so have you never talked to a cop before? Ursa does not understand the cab. There is a possibility that everything will be not okay. Eh? Because I have developed the contents of the film in the darkroom. Hey, what if you don't tell them that? Court will take the lack of intentionality into consideration. However, it is very likely that my actions will be deemed as aiding the primary violator of the rule. Really? But team leaders say that the N-Corp has their own regular standards regarding image quality, which is to determine the severity of the taboo violation. If the footage image quality or frame rate is within regulations, N-Corp won't be seeking their fixers up our butts anyway. Udjet just kind of sweats. Are Udjet something that you have across the entire city, or are they something that LIMBUS company specifically have? Because at first I thought the Udjet was like a unit from LIMBUS company, or are they just like a general fixer's office? Are they fixers? What exactly are they? I know that, like, for example, the Liu are fixers that are specialized in warfare. Is this similar to what Udjet is? So work for Dias and were in the Smoke War. Yeah, I am aware that they were in the Smoke War. So they are working for Dias. Okay. That could buy us time and get our company the leverage to make a deal, however small it may be. Because what they're really sniffing around is the close to reality the video is. How close of an experience it provides to real life. Huh, why do they won't be worried about that? So if we're really unlucky, the outcome after us is going to be fine as long as the future's low fidelity. So what does flame rate of liberations entail? Means that the interval between each frame shouldn't be like super brief. Think about photo slideshows. It will show you one image every few seconds, so it doesn't feel real or vivid, right? You can technically count in motion pictures, but there's no vividness required to violate the taboo. Then let us analyze the film roll and see how vivid it really is. Can't you just destroy it? Like, funny you mention cost because we have factions just remind afterwards. Yeah, this way kind of work like that, but they are. Oh, sorry. My microphone disconnected mid-speech. The impression I had from this why, whether they were more like personal bodyguards. Marceau, I trust that you are knowledgeable in subjects concerning N-Corp, yes? Cooperate. Through this film will be considered a violation of the taboo. I'll just pick the film from the ground and show it to Marceau. That cannot be determined. Unless each frame is truly analyzed and compared with adjacent. Ooh. Oh, immediately, you didn't wait for them to finish. The film can't say was labeled experiment, so I assume the culprit had created this as a test run of sorts. Ah, yeah, they can be contracted in selection of the city. You're right. Experiment to see how close they could get to violation of taboo. And testing the limits of the law may even be a mere collection of similar photographs that are pretending to be recorded footage. Trying to see how close you can get to a taboo. Here, the flower pot moves between frames, doesn't it? The photographer couldn't possibly move the pot and also holding down the shutter button. I don't see any difference. See here, the expression reason of the subject's visage is rather stiff. Maybe it's just a grimacide. Perhaps, yet observe closer. The stiffness arises not from gloom, but from strength to maintain it. Ooh. That's the case, maybe the subject really is trying to take an actual fish by moving very, very slowly. That's a pretty convincing theory, but not sure there's enough to conclude that we're in the clear just yet. That's when bamboo-hatted Kin, which doesn't have the bamboo hat anymore, crawled on the ground ever since Ursa punched him. He's been there all the time? See. Look at the shadow cast on the window still. See how noticeably shifted in each frame? Whoever made this showed their craft for sure, but I can't imagine the Backseating dweller would have any way to mask the sun's trajectory. I mean, you can do that with mirrors though, but that's pretty hard, yeah. And the likely scenario must be that the creator of the film role deliberately made the subject move very slowly from frame to frame, creating a series of disconnected photos that, when played sequentially, would look like footage that violates the taboo. In which case, if a role does not violate it as taboo, correct? That is highly probable. So he says, executive manager, should be in the clear for now, at least in regards to the violation of a wing's taboo. If he was looking to go to so much trouble just to test N-Corp's patience, hard to believe that he have stopped here. Based on all available evidence, executive manager, reasonable to conclude that the inflection point of the case is a taboo violator on the run. Edging the wing, exactly. Incredibly dangerous game. I'm not sure you want to edge the wing until an arbiter comes. Huh? What motive would they have to do that? Sure, working for a wing subsidiary was nothing on an actual wing employee. So pretty up there when it comes to guerrilla available in the backstreets. Work for a subsidiary long enough and you might even get transferred to a factory job in the nest. It's your pretty okay chance of better life, so maybe he's just tired of living that kind of life. Everyone has one of these days, don't they? Sudden feeling that he could be doing more than the rest, he lived the rest of their life. A 9-to-5 hell. You have to do something that takes you away from the pressure to try and make life. Yeah, I know that feeling, Ishmael. Something about what Ishmael said must have tickled bumble-hatted him, but suddenly whipped around water and shook his head. Maybe, but how many of those people do you think are capable of throwing away everything they build on a whim? From what I've seen, maybe our culprit just likes to play fire. That's an odd reaction from you, Kim. Play with fire? Yeah. I started by doing something that technically doesn't count on the taboo, and lynched on and on till he brushed really close to one. One drilling shot with the camera and another with the neck. Until eventually he ended up recording actual footage. Cool. Then that leaves the question of, what the heck was he trying to do with it? I've been trying to screen it using a projector for all this part of the back to see. What? But wouldn't that make everyone here, even those unwittingly, come across a projection? Right on. Have to make those folks violate the taboo. Why would anyone... So why would you care to explain how you know that, Mr. Bradbrain? I asked around the opposite street, and apparently some guy been going around asking the workshop they could make in a projector. Seemed like most of them turned down, but they also said they stopped showing up after a certain point. Fair to guess he got his hands on a projector somehow. Alas, is it not that Abu of N-Corp review recording the videos? Pray tell, why would Danny insane mind? Well, it ain't taboo if you made a projector, innit? Access blokes are down for anything long as there's coin. Huh. How do we track this guy down? Multiple individuals in the same garb as the pinframe team just been identified in the vicinity, all carrying the same briefcase. Oh well, isn't that convenient? Maybe we can play this like a festival or convention and just stay with people who look like they're involved with what we're looking for, so that leads us whenever we need to go. Indeed. At architecture conventions, there would be those in formal plaid shirts and suspenders swinging around, and I could always trust it to limit the convention venue. Were you talking? Oh my god. I can't believe hipsters exist in the city. Aha. And was it common for those plaid shirt fellas to look around the community area? Did they also go around checking people against photographs? Oh shit. I think they found us. They also radio with each other, glaring at people like they're glaring at... Huh. Perhaps you could answer the series of cameras yourself. Nope. This crowd sure doesn't look like they're gonna let us follow them. Well, I think they were after us. Let's give them what they were looking for, shall we?
누가 화났을 땐 이렇게 숨소리도 내지 말고 숨어 있어야 해.
La boo boo. Alright. Off to a good start.
필중의 의지만 있다면.
He's already shooting the magic bullet. The damn office! True! Your favorite!
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
Philip, Salvador, and Yuna. Salvador is so cool. Salvador might be the coolest dude there is. And I have to say that Philip's ego looks really, really cool too. You know, now that I'm gonna start using the burn him a little bit more, which is cool. I think I need to start paying attention to Altus. Max value 7.
소준 중입니다. 신속하게 용건을.
Can you flick that flame to bash bullet next turn? Uh-huh. And one magic bullet. A 10 SP or less just attack indiscriminately. Oh, okay. Just one magic bullet plus 1 SP. Huh. Oh, I can defend to gain 1 magic bullet. Okay. A skill and lose SP equal to magic bullet. Gotcha. People sympathize with Philip but trying to find diamonds to rob. To be fair, Library of Ruina did him very, very dirty. I'm gonna look up later like how to use magic bullet Altus.
대상 확인. 절침탄.
Everybody else seems like just like win rate,
임상 시험
but magic bullet Altus feels like it needs some kind of specific usage. Nice going, girl. Get him, Philip. Oh, hold on. I just realized something. Nice.
실력을 잘 이용하지 못하셨을 뿐.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 공허대 같았어.
Hold on a moment.
행복하게 할수 있다면 이
Anglo
끝에서
has to think.
함께 기쁨을 나눌 수만 있다면
Hello?
그 어떤 두려움도
There we go.
날 신경 쓰는 것보다
Down
생각하는
office.
게 좋을걸? 제일 중요한
Oh,
걸
that's a
들어보자.
sword. First flare of down is not a fire that scorches, but one that casts its glow on people. The down office of this newer world, unlike the others, has yet to completely lose its fervor. One can reasonably conjecture that the two leading fixers of the office have sufficient competence to work as grade 1 of the vocation. However, it must be stated that the office and its fixers' grades do not vary from those of other observed mirrors. Yeah, okay, failure to meet conditions stipulated by the contract caused the kind satisfaction. Ah, interesting. Does it say anything? Fire butterfly coffee. I haven't read those. Heated to smoldering temperature within coughing are butterflies. The kaleidoscope spilling part to melt it here. Target far. Type of weapon still too premature for you to wield, Sinclair, but otherwise will familiarize itself with its properties. The array of blazes in the coughing affords considerable convenience in circumstances where time constraints will solidarity the handling of requests impossible or incumbent against multiple adversaries. I see. I haven't read that. I haven't read the Salvador Drago reply, but I do note that they mentioned Valentina there. With some incredibly fun implications.
무언가에 맞설 용기를.
Ooh, hold on. Let me just read this one. This one has nothing. Down office. Oh, because they are together, they get the buff. The request has been resolved ahead of schedule, and the weather conditions are optimal for today lunch. Aww. It's so cute to see them all together. I hereby anoint you the yellow sangua. I don't want anybody complaining about Yellow Harpoon again after reading this. Has to be the happens in our upper story. Oh, I should probably read that at some point then. Now that I don't have to worry about spoilers, I can take my time reading out the reply. Shoot him! One more. Come on. Ugh.
망설이면 나갈 수 없어.
I'm sure that Mafia Girl's holding up well. Yeah! Surely. I have to say, I am incredibly curious. I don't think we're ever gonna learn it. But I do wonder what Valentina had to do to be, like, pretty much stripped of her... stripped of her rank. And that was pretty soon after she got to the capo, wasn't it? What the fuck did you do, girl? Stagger. Let's go. I am really curious. You see like how much animation the sprites have here? Can you imagine how LIMBUS or Library of Ruina remake would look? I really hope that someday they either remake, not remake, but like remaster the library LIMBUS, so it has like more modern sprites and also has like better effects. It would be really cool to see stuff updated. I like Library's. Yeah, Library's animation is also good. One thing I don't like about Limbus company animation is that there is a lot of shaking going on. But I think the moment they release a mode where I can turn off the effects or turn off like the text, that's gonna be much better to see.
확실한 승리였어요. 돌아가면 저번처럼 홈파티라도 할까요?
Ooh, look at that. They do some damage. Pursuit. Let's do something else this time.
명령이라면
드디어 내 차례.
명령이라면
Yeah, sure. Let's go for bleed.
때가 아니구려.
왕의 행진이다.
500 fire effect. Understandable. Oh, we're fighting him again. Alright, everybody. Get your bleed stacks on. You know what I'm gonna do? Once the season changes, I'm gonna get Thumbermerso. And I think Thumbermerso is gonna be my main Merso unit.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난
Because I really like Thumbermerso. That if Merso doesn't get like King of Greed or something before that. There's also, I remember now, there is a fourth magical girl that's the Servant of Wrath, right? Who do you think he gets King of Greed? I think either Gregor or...
이 피었잖아.
Either Gregor or Merceau get the King of Greed. And I think Sinclair gets Servant of Wrath. Heck, here.
그쪽도
죄인인가?
I told him really curious when we start getting the A-Lep, who's gonna get nothing there and Tensor. Tensor has to be Gregor. There is no way it's anybody else. Especially with the implications about the wrappings that Gregor has. And the connection to like the smoke war and all that.
따스한 피 스며드는군.
Nice. Let's go, girl. You didn't even have to use your entire attack.
지금 완전 삼촌들이랑 고모네 같았어.
이 혈투를 승리로 이끌게.
전부 쳐죽여!
Oh, he won't know what hit him.
아류 산초 경혈 60 찢겨라.
대전 그래.
Damn, girl. Oh, are you doing the spinning? Yeah, we love the spin. Kurakumo. Oh, I didn't realize on my Vtuber studio. Crash. Sorry. Give me a moment. Kurakumo gift leaf uses the sword almost like a bat, which, yeah, makes sense. To claim their bones. Who up yielding their flesh right now?
실밥이 터졌나? 너희가 걸어야 할
How many of you I'm gonna have to fight? Oh, 12. Okay.
끝이 보이지 않을 만큼 멀고 또 멀구나.
Who is? Okay.
갑니다.
Don't lose the clashing, dude. Come on. You can do better than this. Well, I'm gonna have to recalibrate. Hold on. There we go. much better. I wonder if I should get the Yearning Mikala at some point. The Eagle from season Kanto 7. Does she even make the blood beam better? Hopefully.
너는
Nice.
가족이 되기엔 약하군.
무기를
어릴 땐
만드는
몰랐어.
것만큼
Oh, y'all are gonna
왜
be
엄마가
so cooked.
삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
Were you? Huh.
그 외부 강사들 손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을
Damn,
거야.
everybody going for his ass, huh?
너희가 보여준 혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
Okay, makes sense.
전부 쳐주게.
나가서 싸워. 뒤는
음.
끊어주지.
The 31.
경을 온 라샹글. 끝을 낼 시간이다.
Ooh, almost killed. Damn, girl. Bonk.
40.
Oh, as I'm playing. Okay. We're gonna finish the fight. We should be finishing soon.
행진의 꽃.
And after finishing the fight, we're gonna go on a quick break. Because I also need to take a piss.
하사한다.
Oh, they didn't stagger him? Oh. Okay. Wait, actually, you go here. Yeah, you two can go here. I guess you two, and everybody else just like... Which one if you're gonna do the less damage? I guess you. There we go. Actually, much better. I think you can kill them here. Really?
뚫리고.
따스한 피.
How did that not kill him?
너는 가족이 되게.
Oh, we have you. Nice. Alright, fight's done. Quick break now while I go to the bathroom.
많은 기억을
And we'll be
쌓아줘.
right back in a couple of minutes.
언젠가
Yeah.
그 중에서
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did. boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did. so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe
Hello. I have returned. We are back. We're just done with the fight. I am impressed that we're still having like fight only nodes this far into the story. But oh well. This is certainly nothing as bad as we've seen before in Canto 4. Also, new enemy. Oh wait, it has a body? Wait, everybody has a body, dumbass. Sure.
왕의 행진이다.
Can't be that bad. Hardly a challenge. What a WOT. Waste of time. Phew. This is not as much of a fighter 101. Service disclosed is not a combat specialized department. Everybody has a... Exactly, everybody has a body, dipshit. It came with you being born. But they have undergone basic combat training for exigent circumstances. They're not prepared for head-on conflict with this one. Yeah, I noticed. They kept taking pictures of us with their briefcases. Guessing that's their primary job description? Yo, yapping away then. Whisper behind our backs like a load of freaks. Collecting photos to including the report of the higher-ups, I wager. Kinda see how they could think we're involved in this somehow. Every time they followed the lead, they ended up encountering us, finding a surprise rationale. Merceau stood a footstep away from the rest of the sinners, and watched in silence as they tried to come up with an explanation. 40 minutes of just stories, so them adding purify notes like, yeah, that's true. It's also, I guess it is better to also split that when you have like 40 minutes of story and the combat afterwards if it's not like a boss node. I can see that being tiring if that continued. You need win rate is okay that just watched. True. What is he thinking? What is it that he wishes to say? Or is he simply contemplating, observing without any preconceived notions in his mind? His silence shouldn't have been any different from his usual reticence, but as told by some chance or whim. Hey, Merceau? I was struck by the sense of brief, yet distinct strangeness. Strange, you say? Yes, manager. Don't hesitate to let me know if there's something you want to say. But aren't sure if you're supposed to say it. Whoa. So he's like some kind of the stranger, huh? Yes, manager. I will do as you order should one such circumstance occur. As always, his reply was as deflating, concise, and direct. So he had some rule of his own that told him this was the specific response for situations like these. Okay, but I'm talking about right now, actually. Do you have anything to say right now? No, I do not. It did not appear to me that he was trying to hide anything or choosing his words in response to my question. His reply was simply that, answer nothing more. He has a prepared answer written down in the list of responses. That's what it felt like to me. As though this particular answer had always been the only one he had available for situations like this. Clearly, prodding him for answers wasn't going to get me anywhere, so... With a curt, sure, you say so, I turned away from him to look and took off to join the other spinners. As I did so, a few words lingered at the tip of the proverbial tongue, asking to be let out. So I did. Would have been nice to know what you were looking at. Oh! That? I cannot form a judgment. Has a flash of anger there. That is because the precise definition and nature of the subject of my gaze are just as unknown to me as to you. Should you point to an object or an enemy, I can provide a verbal explanation based on my current knowledge. If you require such information, please rephrase your question accordingly. Had I asked him again then, had I tried to get to the bottom of the line of questioning, Could I have found myself this smallest peek into Marcel's psyche, which had remained entirely shrouded in mystery even after the entire year of traveling together? I suppose it's not up to me to judge as well. I'm not sure. But, yeah? Another battle is imminent. As we were instructed, I've informed you of an imminent battle. Yo, boss clock! Just gonna sit there all day while we do all the fighting? They're pouring out of the building over there! So they must have been on their way to that building. Our paths had since clear, Executive Manager. Let us neutralize these foes and head up there. The brief loop of battle came to a close, and battling enemies... It feels like... So we literally made our way into the building. Interesting. Bloody hell, the blood saw themselves would be weaker than the ones of the bunch. How does N-Corp have so many guys on their payroll? There's no end to them. It is a wing after all. Are these the taboo violators? Not the culprit work alone. No, I'm quite certain they are the ones who want the subsequent reports. Ooh. Okay, they know we did not violate the taboo then. What were they thinking sending father like us to deal with an organized taboo violation? Should have sent taboo hunters here instead. Why do you think they told us to consume canned experiences containing mass melee combat? Oh. Interesting. Wait, what's our next report? The one of them's all of a sudden, with a click, the room began to buzz. Ooh, look at this. That's the camera. That's a projector. A tiny whirl of some kind of machinery. It immediately could tell what it was. Caution. Standing in the middle of the shabby room was a device I wasn't sure if I had seen before. Exterior was plastered with strange shapes that looked similar to what we saw on the Shunokun's face in earlier battles, making it difficult to grasp its shape. The projector itself started. The round object affixed to it began rotating slowly, to do worn out drone of things past prime. Man! Oh, it's a taboo violation. The moment began to meet a faint ray of light, Aldis thundered a commanding voice. Quickly turned away, making sure not to catch a glimpse of it. The device could be playing a recorded video, Executive Manager. Even a brief look at it could constitute a taboo violation. People can turn into all sorts of things starting. That is true. Although, if I would start and turn into a fucking projector of all things, I would probably crash the fuck out. Then again, I don't think you can crash out harder than starting, but anyway. I saw that, I'm so finished. Just as panic began creeping into the voices of several unlucky individuals. Oh man. Folks, this is starting to get a little embarrassing. Deepy voice breaks through the darkness past my, metaphorically speaking, shut eyes. Mentor? Eyes opening, dude. What's wrong with anyone? Got dust in your eyes? What's wrong with you? Don't you know that anyone who watches even a split second of recorded video on N-Corp gets? Of course I know. But I watched it anyway. Open your eyes, esteemed fellow. This motion picture isn't recorded. Egon is right. This video is not recording. Possibly emboldened by Kin's comment, or perhaps believing that seeing the video could be excused as an accidental exposure by subduing violators, the N-Corp employees also opened their eyes to begin other among themselves. Have they talked to us? Finally allowed myself a good look at the machine, just firing a canonical beam of light against the side of the wall. And this was his message, delivered via white words on a white background. Ah! I can hear a voice in the background. After I went through to take refuge in here, they still ended up finding this place. All of you blindly consuming fake experiences after fake experience. Don't even care about the real thing. Oh, Category 3 violation. Review yourself now with forfeiture illegal recordings. If you comply, we will... What is foolery but witness? What is foolery but witless buffoonery in the absence of truth? A hollowed vessel bereft of all but lingering delusions, where it's not even a brew of echo to dog the discoloration of the truth. I do not understand these words, Kim. What's this fella on about? If you mean to overset our official routes, we won't hesitate to use force. Without even as much as turning around, Bumble-headed Kim raised the sword and parried away the N-Corp's snail-shaped weapon. I'm only speaking as my whim guides me, my dear fellows. No need to get so huffy. I only aim to say this abomination has no conscience. Gregor is asking the real questions. Exactly. Gregor sees Kim speaking like, what the fuck is he on about? After what I went through to the graffiti here, they still find place. Okay, same thing as before. Repeating the same sentences over and over again. Now that does make me wonder, was it just as far gone when I started? As Star Wars and reason? I mean, if anyone hasn't answered that question, it'd be useful, right? Ian said nothing more. He turned a piercing look at us, all while effortlessly spotting away the N-Corp attack. As though he was goading us and telling the truth. Well, I don't suppose there's any point in asking. I am no different from his abomination. Just as it wields that contraption, I must have wielded the only thing I really known. The blade, transforming into a mindless fiend consumed by a mere two, leaving through both friend and foe, unrestrained. Hey, Junior, are you still on about that? I tried to avert my eyes, it really did. But such disregard is easier said than done. How can I, when that started being as no palm showing me the... Doesn't he know how rude the unsolicited reflecting of fandoms to one's heart is? It's not to be illegal or something. Illegal, I say. Turning a customer into a thug on a protection racket run, a mere ant before a car in motion to a serving driver, conjuring dead followers before the eyes of their mentor, simply unconscionable. Rude as hell, some might say. My poor heart almost burst out of my chest. Courtesy of you. Huh. In that split second, I saw Merceau's eyebrow twitch. A battle is imminent, manager. Just as a natural response to sensing imminent battle, perhaps. Ooh! A blinding flash followed by an explosive bang. My vision immediately went wide and decided to take its time coming back. And when it did... Oh, there they are. The first thing that came to view was a particularly unsettling landscape of N-Corp, followed by bamboo-hatted Kim surrounded by a small army of Mentor! Keep that up and you'll shout me thief, Hangdo. Isn't it about time we both grew accustomed to such sights? Mentor, still do I wake from this dream drenched in a cold sweat? That I might bind and drag you away. Oh! It isn't so bad, is it? Just as folk so far. Like earlier when... Another flash. Ooh! Don't understand what's happening, but first things first. I have to neutralize everyone here and get our mission back on track. Adjusting projection. I've never been straying far and wandering all day for this exact reason, and... So that was his mechanism. The warp began to shift rapidly before I had the chance to ask Foster's jet man. The one will find comfort setting in lies. I gave you what most deserved to gaze. Bollocks, I'll be blind before the day's over at this rate. Changed. It? Unlike your instance, one of the distortions is different from the other. They were so identified. There was something different about the group of Shunokun this time. We're accompanied by someone else. Oh, this is the boss of the mirror dungeon. A warrior in impressive armor, wielding a sword that's just as tall. That armor and the great Pandu of the South Circle to be united in such manner. Yeah, this does look like the thing you fight in the mirror dungeon. The warrior drew a bow that sprung from the waist guard and knocked an arrow. Yeah, oh, this is how it should have gone down had you been the one to grab me. Military Commissioner Im Jong-il. Oh, Jungle! I've seen some art of her. How do you fare, friend? Signal of the arrows losing. Seize the accused. The warrior loosed the knocked arrow which soared the sky with a whistle. And with that air-splitting sound as a cue, Shunokun began to swarm us. Ooh, okay. Is that the boss of the intervallo already? Boss time? Okay.
누가 화났을 땐
Oh my god, 3000 HP. And 6000 6000 HP? Holy shit, girl. Yeah, obviously. Base tech 3, turn and lose 1, a 0 rate transmission in a different location. Okay. Battle form of the homeland, Bear Hunt. Assume a different battle form to 3 turns, pattern made of single coin skills, highest work of the homeland. The mountains of N-Corp District 19 are home to all manner of beasts. Among them, the bear in particular, boasts strength and force akin to boulders falling from the cliff on the landslide. Giving ground to the creature's charges ill-advised, one must aim to heal it down with the first slash of the blade. Yeah, and the swordplay, unbreakable coins. Gains effective shield equal 10% of the shield, combat gain. Lose 1 sec when taking shield damage equal 10% shield. Okay. I see. Okay, so after 3 turns, she's gonna retreat and move to a different location. Turn to field, go in battle farm. Gain stack, lose stack. Develop memories. Take minus 30% damage of everything. When Jungbrain then expires, end the encounter. Hold on. How upon entering for the first time in 5. And shield. 5 HP. And 1 defense. So I have to take down his shield? The Eastern War Stride armor are not so much equipped as they are piloted, as N-Corp Transfer Grade is one example of such armor. Much like N-Corp Power Armor and Full Plate Armor of the Knights of the West, the Junction Brigade greatly augments its offensive and defensive capability. Ooh, this is like a mech suit. Do not mean the armor of such potency readily supplied for combat personnel. This unit has unique controls, come to limitation. All the aforementioned armors once a rider has familiarized itself with the brigade, become a machine of war that destroys the class. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, take care of the shield. Mismatch memories. On Clash Win, ooh. The target unit has less than target unit skills. Target is unit skills hit. Ah. Okay. Those that through persevering training lack of talent, and are those who are blessed with talent only lack trust. All men say that the title of Apex Blade can only be seized by the gifted. It matters not until the day comes for this blade of mine to rise high enough to meet the clouds. I shall persevere the different. Oh, if I lose the clash. If she loses a clash, she also gets that. Okay. How's the situation here? Okay. This is bad. We're gonna have to try.
죄인인가?
행진했고 이것이
Right, okay, we started already winning one. Flash.
하사한다.
Ooh.
우리 식구를 건드렸겠다.
Nice. Well done, Heathcliff.
목이 피었잖아.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
Oh, she's winning. Okay. She won? Let's go.
엎드리도록
She rolled a 1. Damn.
기대해라.
Okay, maybe this boss isn't that hard.
자세에 틀림이
Ow.
없군.
That kinda hurt though. Hold on. There is one here that says how many stacks until I lose the... Okay, she needs more damage. You're the only one that is struggling. You can defend yourself, actually. Yeah, I don't need to do that.
파레이드와
Okay, this works.
피날.
Let's see how it goes. Nice. Ooh. Right, the counters. At least counters cannot be reused, right? At least from what I understand, only evade can be reused. That's what I read, at least. Let's see if I am right. I hope I am. Yeah, okay.
저런 배인 줄도 몰라.
Alright, get them bleed stack. Ooh. Let's go. How are you rolling 3, girl? Kinda suck at this. Where is the shoe? 212, okay. This skill is dangerous, so I have to clash here. With my most powerful skill, probably. Actually. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. And here. Ooh. What's this? Oh, that's not Backsplitter. That's Bow of the Homeland. Consume 3 points to gain final power +2. Unbreakable. Won't hit top cracking raise target threshold. To bind a fracture. Ooh, that's bad. Carmen, this is not time for the starting. We might be in a bad situation if somebody ends up starting here. Okay, favor. Can I? This is gonna work. That's favor too. Uh-huh. That's gotta be the same thing. No, that's dominating. Okay, we can use that. Can you win this? Favorite? Good enough. Favorite's good enough.
죄인인가?
Alright, nice. You two handle the small guys and we can handle... Ooh, great, Hare. Oh, so where is Kim in this? Kim is just like watching us fight? Brother. You might unironically be the best swordman we have. I think it's time for us, you know... Maybe you can start helping us, you know, just saying. Ooh. Ow. That was bad. I think... Is our so staggered? No. Ain't got no interest in fighting them. Yeah! But we're kind of a bad... Ooh. Ow.
무기를 만드는 것만큼은 내가
Aha! Interesting. If the battlefield has returned from N-Corp to N-Corp, these skills 50 SP for all sinners. Location type distortion. Photo lab. Cannot be killed, does not take any damage from sources other than skill damage. Your skill stack is the main target. 6 to 1. Entering the field. Okay, I think I get it. I'm gonna do my... How about everybody beat this thing's ass? And we'll see how it goes. Nice.
산초류 경을 온 라샹
La Sangre.
끝을 낼 시간이다.
There we go. Assuming that thing doesn't heal itself every turn or every time we switch.
40
From what I'm understanding, the goal is to kill the body. So if we keep killing it, it's gonna be fine. Stacking doesn't do anything to them, but we can just keep waiting at it. Nice.
너희가 걸어야 할 수라의 길은 여전히 그 끝이 보이지 않을 만큼 멀고 또 멀구나.
All right, cool. So yeah, no, everybody just beat her ass.
갑니다.
We win the clash, and everybody else can attack.
따뜻한 피.
Ooh, nice rolling. It's just a shame that the Barbarity is not that great because she looks amazing. Go. Oh, she's gonna... Yeah, nah, she's gonna just destroy it. Switch.
무기를 만드는 것만큼은 내가 어버이보다 뛰어났지.
Ooh. She switch her style? Yeah. Battle Farm the Homeland Tiger Hunt. Returns. This multi-coin skills. Advantage of lower swordplay. Oh. Tigers are cunning and ferocious. One cannot hope to cut through a tiger's flesh with a single stroke. Only a relentless flurry of chain slashes can overwhelm the creature to repel the blast. Fail to do so and the tiger will escape death. Or bast its opponent with one day grow into a sun god, Lord of the Mountain. Whether these beings will graciously grant specious fortune on man or returns benevolent calamity is impossible to tell. Okay, on skill use, we convert all coins. Still use spells, basically. Okay. And you still have the Brigandine thing. You're almost losing the shield though to lose a stack. Okay. Remind me of Candlestick. Yeah, the switching does remind me of Candlestick. Alright, everybody's winning their clashes. We can trust the win rate in this one. I think the goal here is to make the boss lose all their shield, right? Or all the 5 stacks of the thing that grants them shield.
삼촌들이랑 공원에 같았어.
Nice one! Oh hell yeah, we're winning this one.
갈라지도록.
They don't look very human. Yeah, I mean, they look mostly human if you ignore their face.
가서 펀치.
That's at least 90% human, I would say. That is good enough. At what point of like humanity rate does the head consider not a human? Ooh. Ow, ow. Oh, my poor Gregor. Oh, send it down. Okay. She lost one of the stacks. Great. But now she has to lose a lot more to do the thing. Hold on. Were you attacking? Can I sunset drive that? Yes. What you favored? That's favored too. Nah, yeah, you. There we go. Wonder why Hong Lu wasn't a you one of these guys. That is interesting, right? It really makes you think. How do you roll? Oh my god! How do you roll two tails right one after the other, Don? Start now. Nuh-uh. I will only start if we find out in 10 to 11 that Altis is actually Penelope and not Odysseus. Then I will crash out. Then I will start and destroy the city. Other than that, I'll be fine. Okay, there we go. That's how you do it. Why are you so angry? Where is your mask, by the way? Ooh. Bro, it's okay. It's fine. Wait, how do you get... Ow! How do you get unbreakable coins? I never see you do that. Where are you getting those coins from? Oh, she's gonna do some damage. Oh no, she's anti-sensitive, never mind. Oh, but now her skill 3 is gonna do some damage when she hits. I should probably save that for the boss then. Yeah, there we go. That's some base healing. Ow! Ooh. Okay, how much until you lose another? You already lost another stack. Oh, let's go. Brother Heathcliff might be cooked here. Oh, I can power it down. Okay, good. If everybody keep winning the clashes, we'll be fine. We'll be cool. Ooh. There we go. That's my favorite ID. That's oh, ow. It's just fine. Oh. Damn. Okay, Engido is pulling her weight here, and Ursa might be carrying us. Not gonna lie. Oh. Just not doing so a good amount of damage to us, which is great. Ow! I don't think I've ever seen this one. There we go, attack power down for you. Well, that hurt, but nearly not as much as I expected to. Flashbang! Ow. Okay, same as always. Everybody is unopposed. What? How are you losing this? No, I'm gonna save this. Let me see. I'd rather you try it. Oh, you're favored. Great. Okay, that works. I gotta save that skill tree on Rodion, because the Princess Rodion skill tree, when she has like the mask on, oh, it does a lot of damage. Especially good at AoE damage, but I don't think it's a good idea to use it now. When I started playing the game, a lot of people advised me into... Actually, hold on. You can go here. Ta, ta, ta. Oh. Okay, yeah, this works. Oh, she's gonna just... There we go. Thank you. That saved a lot of timing, dude. Ooh, I never paid attention to Barbara Altis and have her bring to scissors like that. That looks great. That looks incredibly cool. Alright. Now, no pulling punches.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Everybody win their clash and we can win this. Ooh.
슛! 아류 산초 경열 80.
Yeah, baby.
갈라지도록. 매콤 주먹 모드.
Seeing how Sancho uses her blood is incredible. Especially compared to everybody else. Okay.
피날레를 시작하자.
Oh, look at that. That shield is already under 1000 HP.
피아노가 어울리겠어. 가장 새빨간
We love builder spenders.
피아노.
Ooh, she broke that. How? Oh, let's go. She's learning. Shoe stack. Does she have to bear again? She does have to bear again. Ooh, this is bad. What do I have for you? Sinking, bind. You know what? Bind, yeah. Wait, why are y'all attacking him? Wait, yeah, no, that is a good idea. Let's go. Remember that I had in the dailies and just complete them before the rollover. True, I completed dailies yesterday just because I knew it would probably... I would probably not finish before the rollover. So better safe than sorry. Alright, cool. That was a dangerous clash.
여기서 잠깐 쉬어.
No, at some point I have to. I really hope that they either add a way so you can see the ego animations, or some kind of like battle simulator where I can just like enter with full resources and corrode to see the animations. Also, ooh, we are already at the last stack. That's great.
내가 찾은 나만의 항해 방식.
That's what I like to see, girl. You did 1 damage. Oh! Oh, right. God, I love Urza.
너희가 걸어야 할 수라의 길은 여전히 그 끝이
Alright, if
보이지
she loses all of that stack, we win, right?
또 멀구나.
No, it's not this? Oh, this is the one that gives HP. Lose 1 stack? Yeah, remaining stack, okay. What was the skill that had, like, if you had 0, a win the encounter? Isn't this one? I may have misread it. Fine. Ooh. Ow, I don't like that. Okay, yeah, it's gonna have to be this. No, no, here. Okay. Sorry.
나가서 싸워. 뒤는
I see how it goes.
진짜 루신한테 꿈에 닿을 때까지 몇 번이고!
You know, I think when we get to the end of Inferno, or at least at least when we begin Paradiso, I think these eagles are gonna change. Or at least I think that everybody is gonna get new eagles. You know what I think is gonna happen? I think eventually, like by endgame, every senior is gonna have their own ego be A-left level.
모든 업은 다시 돌아와. 네 머리 위에 내려질 것이다.
Because so far we haven't got any A-left ego, right? If we get any during Inferno, it's gonna be at Altis Canto. If Altis is the start of the second smoke fire, some have been theorizing. Ooh, let's go.
40.
Right, she has fragility to lust skills now. Which is great for us. Ow. We might be done with all her shield now. Yep. I shall set my farm aright. Ooh. Just a little more, and I think we might be able to smash that Bane thing to smithereens, but... Yeah, but it's really hard to focus on one thing with that huge warriors happening in and out of reality. Just to make ourselves an opening. I'd make our lives a lot easier if we could get rid of just one of them. The battle seemed to be taking a toll on the sinners. More so than usual. Yeah, I think it's not even the intensity of the battle, it's just the switching, right? It wasn't that we're up against an insurmountable foe, not even close. Not to mention how Ursa and Engidu were there to help us out. But... wondering if the Purgatory and Paradiso Gundams are gonna be like, oh, I'm so excited for that. I am so curious to what the future of the game holds. Well done, thank you, Jojo. Shite, haven't they had enough? All time to give up, innit? Not go lagging in again. Big's work hiring Fat sure is kicking our butts, but I don't know if they're the key to so much distortion. Can't exactly push options, are we? Our exits block and then like we stop mid-fight to strategize. The battlefield constantly shifting and flashing between N-Corp and S-Corp. We simply did not have the briefing room to focus on either the projector or Jung-Ah was swinging that great blade with frightening force. Thematically we're telling us in the stories, but what's next? I imagine the future Kentos are not gonna be character based. At least not until Paradiso. Engidu, cover his back too! Shall be done! N-Corp was sending far too many peoples against us. There weren't that many at first, but it seemed that sudden spike in employee casualties in an area so close to the NAS had alerted the N-Corp for location. How did we get out of it? Faust, Altis, help me out here! Decided to stop racking my brain trying to navigate the situation I know so little about, and instead rely on sinners with possibly more experience on the field. First, I need to know if there's any way we can deal with the endless reinforcements N-Corp standing after us. And second, will defeating Im Jong-il or destroying the projector bring an end to the search phenomenon? I may speak for you as active manager. It is unlikely that our present force will be sufficient to overcome the current rate of enemy reinforcement. Not on this battlefield situated in close proximity to the enemy stronghold, but there is an unpredictable variable in that strange machine that makes neutralizing even a single wave of enemies difficult. Altis, we need to go on a long voyage. I wonder if this Altis is one that already went through her Odyssey, you know? Or if the bus itself is her Odyssey. That would be fun, right? Maybe what was promised to Altis to join Limbus company was having her return to Penelope. I regret to be the bearer of bad news, but we are trapped in a battlefield with but a single exit, which the enemies have already blocked without reinforcements of our own. There's little hope of prevailing against current predicament. Yes, this will be that way too. She does say the Odyssey had a purpose. Yeah. It will be so funny. Okay. If her name, if it is revealed that her name is actually Odysseus, do you think she was the one that named the Odyssey after herself? I will go on a great adventure and I will call it myself. and I got a pretty cursed line in my head. I think I know exactly what the line is. Speaking of, I have something I have to show you later, Oku. Maybe we can neutralize the starch phenomenon at the very least. Paused. Recommends entering the Dungeons of Phantasar exit. Oh! Wait, maybe. Drink else to be regular checkup. Hello, Vento. He will review she's Penelope. Honestly, I would probably hate that. I would understand if they wanna gender bend Penelope like they did Sonya. I am completely fine with that. But if Altis is Penelope, I think that is just replaying. They're gonna pull Sancho again, you know. And even if the story is not the same, pulling the same trick twice, I don't think it's gonna. Ow! Okay, I see. Understandable. Bad opinion. I will move on. The gender bend Penelope is. Yeah, like gender bend Penelope is perfectly fine. I completely understand that. The only thing that worries me is if they do the same thing that they did with Don Quixote, where like, oh, it's not the character of the book, it's actually another character, and they do that twice. I don't know how I feel about that. At the end of the day, I will trust the director. Glory to Limbus Company and all that. Read was on the node for distortion, finding some kind of code. Keywords. The location type distortion, which means regardless of where the bright flash takes us, N-Corp or Twister to S-Corp are still within its range. Yeah, I am pretty sure it's Odysseus. There isn't. It's just that there is a reason why she's hiding her name, you know. And I think it's incredibly funny if she is named Odysseus and she talks about the Odyssey. Like, you named an entire adventure about yourself? Damn, girl. Wish I had that kind of confidence. Okay. So there are keywords distortion then. Hare had provided us necessary keywords for the distortion back then. But this time had to figure out her own. First things first, we got one of them to be photographed. One of them has to be photographed. Obviously being presented with an entire phenomenon. If I may, perhaps experience may be one of them. Experiment theories, war crimes. Oh, 100%. I believe that whatever the Trojan horse is in Limbus Company, I think Altis put a lot of people unwilling in the Trojan horse to attract one of the... to probably to use as bait for one of those... what are they called? Like the Lord of Flies, the Maggot Prince. There is a name to them. The decisive weapon. I think she sacrificed a lot of people just to like make the Trojan horse. Because we know that the Trojan horse looked like a giant cage with a bunch of people inside. I wonder if the mountain of smiling bodies is related to this somehow. Ising put his chill sensei and briefly retreated from the battle to the backline. There is an undercurrent of obsession with experiences descending his every trail. Must have all the relation was caused distortion. The concept lacks substance. Must be something more grounded, something that is more phenomenal of experience when maintaining through line to N-Corp's technology that was part of the obsession. And experience? Most likely, thinks Faust. Alright then. Photograph and experience. Now see the spy off yet. Didn't, but I could feel it. Ooh. I like the effect. It's the kinds of photographs they used to make Canned experience. That was the strange sensation was. Mentioning that word shook the distortion caused a rippling effect. Not enough to parse open the dungeon of Phantom. How many other keywords could there be? Perhaps. Oh, I thought I was taking turns sharing what we might have caused into part. And going by the way you folks were saying your piece one after another, I thought this was some sort of Zen riddle. But not a Zen riddle, no, but where does scraps come from? See, when enjoying the benefits of slack enough work, all kinds of mundanities come to possess far more interesting qualities. Sometimes even revealing secrets invisible to eyes focused elsewhere. No worries, Hoku. Hope you have a good night of sleep. Take our person of interest to it. He has been poking around this area of town with an eye-watering experience camera in tow. So conspicuously that every story owner I'd likely prodded for information had tales about. Each tale was another facet of the long saga of a once-driven man. A man with a can-do attitude, an uncanny ability to pull himself up by his bootstraps, and a clear path towards Nest residence, became so bewitched by photography that he eventually squandered his fortune on what was, in the end, nothing more than a pastime. And that went on until he found himself reduced to a pauper barely making rent on a scrap heap of an apartment. In pursuit of his ideality, the man has lost grip on fortunate reality. I sought out his apartment and fought a few scraps of his writing. When cold rain drips through the roof, when mold and tepid humidity together encroach on the earth, the mind begins to wander, lost. Eventually, madness is evoked in a form indistinguishable from drunkenness. The pauper loses himself. A shadow darkened and any I seen his face crept behind the shades of his eyes. No, I had seen that look in the past. To be more accurate, I have heard it in this voice that echoed his phantom, started by youth and regret. Perhaps I shouldn't be surprised by the fact that distortion has, among the countless people here, taken a particular interest in mable-headed him. Photograph and experiences, perhaps. Like inserted the final piece of the puzzle, the space before us momentarily warped and flashed. Ooh, opening a pathway to distortion phantom. Well, Urza, this is what I had seen then. The gateway to one's phantom. Huh, this is it, huh? Neat stuff. But before she could finish, Urza had to redirect her focus from the discussion back to the battle. Most of the citizens were caught in the same predicament. Some managed to disengage from the battle and enter the Dungeon of Phantoms, but Honglu, Gregor, and several others were still. Ooh, we're not gonna have a full team? Oh, that's bad. Even those who aren't chained to Dante like we are can travel through the pathways once it's open, so... I see. Keep them at bay. Hearing that, Bumblehead Kim stepped up. My sword arm's not as good as it was once. Should be enough it is. Besides, I have legal wish to set foot in some ill-womaned place to be tangled in such a bizarre mess. Is that real with the pinks? There was something inside that led me to believe it was about more than just staying behind to protect Hare. It was... Fuck! Huh? What a terrible front. What the fuck? At least try to pretend to be sincere to make it easy for us to believe you. Did you think that terrible excuse was going to fly? What are you trying to avoid, Swords Swinger? You're not some kind of kid trying to get out of doing homework. I remember hearing the Thundering of Phantoms will bring those spiritual phantoms that distortions gazing. Then what lies within must be my very own. But that is what the abomination's gazing into. Well, it's decided then. Come with us. We ain't about to walk in a blind place we know shite about, mate. Guide us in there, yeah? Yeah, King is straight up not having a good time. But the seniors at this point know exactly what needs to be done because most of them have gone through it. I keep it simple. It's right at you. Learn the hard way that homework like summer reading doesn't go away just because you don't look at it. It's still there even as summer break comes to an end, ruining the last day of your vacation into an all-nighter. Yeah. I have to say, I do have experience in that. Gregor's second canto is gonna be harsh. I am not sure we're gonna have character-specific cantos after Inferno, but if we do, yeah. Whenever Gregor gets back to focus, Gregor and Rodion, I feel, whenever they go back into focus, things are gonna be harsh for them. Archie is covered, vibrated cheerfully in agreement. Stop procrastinating. Go do your summer reading. What was it you said? Face the homework, save the GPA? I don't think anybody said that. Real true. Face the sin, save the ego, you dumbass. This, after all, the attitude the company expects from its employees. Taste the sin, save the ego. I know that Limbus company main goal is probably to overtake L-Corp. To like take the new place of L-Corp. Do they need all of the Sinner's ego for that? But how would they know the Sinner's ego? Go, Junior. You guys do. LCB. I can handle that on my own. You'll make a long stand. Hey, what the heck do you think I am? I'll show you why Team Leader Moses felt safe sending me out alone with you guys. It's basically a Monster of the Week situation for Team Leader and me back in our duo days. I can handle it on my own, no problemo. I wanted to see how you guys handle the inflection point, but guys I can never really have it all. Oh well. Guys, I'll just have to trust our two all-seer team newbies to handle that. Now that I think about it, I think setting a pretty solid example as it's insane, aren't I? You know what? Yeah, Ursa has shown to be pretty strong back in the Spider Pyre operation. Because I have no choice in the matter as long as his employee card hangs from my chest. With a sigh, Kim shook his head and joined us, dragging his feet all the while. We'll take the Vanguard. Mentor, we wind that the entrance is floating. Take a tall step over, you're my trick. I can clearly see that, Angelo. Bring me a ladder if you're really worried about that, won't you? Have you need of one? Kim, you should have learned that you shouldn't be playing around with her.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을
Nice.
다니며
I didn't expect
많은 기억을
this intervalo
쌓아줘.
to have a dungeon. Huh,
언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에
that's interesting.
나를 데려갈 수 있게.
Unless it's not gonna be a full dungeon. It probably is considered to mention the Phantom.
어버이를 향한
Yeah, here it is.
마시는 순간에는 생각나지 않을 거다.
Okay, I can
그러니
do this now
가릴 것 없이 마음껏 마셔.
and enter the Phantom.
그게
So before we enter the
우리가
Phantom,
이룰 수 있는 유일한 꿈이니까.
let me do something real quick. Is there any real shit that's good for bleed? I guess you are, right? Yeah, bleed and trim. Sure. Let me grab a spot just in case. Actually, no, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna go with my story team, and then Honglu gonna go with this. Because you are bleed, right? Yes. Okay. That is a good.
오늘도 부디 정신을
Let's enter
유지했어.
the dungeon. Ooh. If that's how everyone has been living in my life, the photographs too. Okay, before we start this though, quick bathroom break. I'm gonna take a piss and I'll be right back. 3 minutes while it has. Okay, be right back.
I'm sure you boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did. boys didn't just tag along so we could sing Kumbaya together at some Boy Scout bonfire. Then again, maybe you did.
Hello, I have returned. Alright. So, this is N-Corp 2, right? It is reminiscent of my homeland. But the site is much too hideous compared to what the rest of my memories. Hideous was up when we emerged from the entrance of the dungeon into N-Corp streets. What greeted us was the distorted and eerie scenery I wouldn't be surprised to find in an N-Corp team haunted mission. This is probably how Kim sees it. The place hardly fit for human habitation, far more. Oh, this is a place far more fit for you, hardly fit for human habitation, far more dilapidated than one expected. I'll say yes that people inhabit this land for truth. Really, I think it has a cool vibe. Vibe's my foot. I don't think I'll be able to get a wink of sleep here. The lives of downtrodden were beset by 1,000 woes and tenfold more struggles. The streets they inhabit reflected reality. Many times I had contemplated in consternation how the folk here had even built to live on. N-Corp is based on Korea. Yeah, I do think so. It does feel like N-Corp is based on Korea and the same way H-Corp is based on China. Especially because the one... I know that Kim is actually also a Korean character, and Yiseng is also Korean, so it feels like pretty apt. If the distortion reveals the phantoms of those it gazes into, as Kim said, perhaps this is how N-Corp is reflected in Kim's eyes. One day, when the skies were spotless blue, and without orders from the counselor, I would scale to the roof of that choga and feel it rustle beneath my back as I lay upon. I thought maybe a respite solely mine, yet in this mirror world, another was walked here before my arrival. Ooh. Beneath it, a wicked tunnel have I passed, and now I witness myself before the one who shall strike the head from my torso. There was a figure standing tall next to the building, staring defiantly toward the man on the roof. Oh, Im Jin-ho, is here? Are you home? Ooh, that is the That the Black Silence? What a strange visitor I have. Ooh, I like this. I like this traditional clothes. Why not call at the front gate if you come seeking the master of the house? You know, like a dog barking up a wrong tree. Come back with me. Dog? Really now? I love that she has like a tie and a shirt beneath. I can see you up there lounging on the roof. I'm not going to speak to the door like I'm blind. As a spell some foil befallen the day, to have such another occurrence transpire twice excessive. The work of a bewitching spirit, I say. What's so bewitching about checking in on someone? Isn't it odd what a high and noble military commissioner of our esteemed corporation would come in person to simply check in on a lowly mercenary fast? You know me? She certainly knows her jests. She marches forth vested in war-strided armor, yet expects no violence. She wields a two-handed great blade like a demonic Akasha, yet harbors no hostile intent. Why, who else might she be but the military commissioner Jongyu? Principal. Principal? Of the famed Im family. Oh, the first Im is the family, okay. You were certainly in the habit of speaking in hyperbole. I'm not so noble that I deserve to be complimented if an epitaph so grand as the principal. Not a compliment. You see, Commissioner, this is a rhetorical technique known as backhanded compliment, in which I dom you with a praise while you are so bound by your precious principles that you'd rather be unreasonable than betray them. Does an officer ranked second lieutenant have no wit to engage such a banter? I think she's gonna kill him. Why am I out of line, as they say? You two are friends, right? It was our first meeting. So no, not at that precise moment. I know, just saying that if I were her, I wouldn't ever let myself become friends with you after such a bad first impression. Can't imagine becoming friends with someone who keeps pushing my button. Maybe, but people do find friendship in such personalities. They have a taste for prickliness. Huh. You got a friend in You got a friend inside me. Fine, you do have a point. I guess I do have an habit of pushing people buttons too. Still, hope you're not seriously comparing the way I talk to the sassy gotcha digging pun riddled. Well, the world we live is a vast and diverse one. Consider yourself lucky that you are surrounded by so many quirky characters. Because that same luck that she took the joke well rather than respond by trying to get me off. Israel is great. You are out of line, yes, but I knew you would be, so I won't take issue with it. But I must admit, the rumors of a sharp tongue do you no justice. The streets speak of a man they call Kimlib, a man who once had intended to pursue the path of the brush, only to realize the sins of his forefathers. Oh, Bamboo Rain Hat, that's a lib. Ooh, that's where Bamboo Hatted Kim comes from. Tied himself to the backstreet. Yet with the sheer power of will, gritted teeth, and scarred heart, did he find the path of sword another way into the nest, as the right state consular sworn guard at that. Still, isn't it? Although superlatives, yet the reality is that I merely found the path of man butchery as a viable man of life. Direct any compliments you have towards the right state consular, if you will. I am but a butchering blade that happened to fall into the right hand. Not a compliment. It's a word of the street. Quick learner. And spare me the fancy reading of my name. Watching you pretend that Bumpo's posturing comes naturally is painful enough already. Keep it simple, spell it out as Bamboo Hatted Kim. Thank you. And thus he continued to veer away from the line. I do love the design of the armor with the suit underneath. And the way that they explain the armor. The armor is almost like a power suit from Fallout. And I think that's an incredible concept. I'd rather be a corpse cold than that, stay in line. Have a shadow mercy on me, Almighty One. I'd come all the way here just to punish you for the little misdeed and ill manners. I would have laid you out and split in two, 3 ways before just riveting dialogue throughout this far. So, feel safe to continue traipsing outside the line, but in return, would you ask me a few of my questions? I've been watching you from a distance for a while now and... Really, stalking someone's not very principled of you. You sure she didn't give you a good wallop after that? No, really a mystery, isn't it? Besides, she did give me free rein to continue traipsing outside the line, feeling in good conscience to doubt to offer kindness. Not that I ever do. Sure have a way with words. A way of finding your way under the listener's skin, huh? Perhaps there are such shapes not to be expected among fellow ships of the close mutual bound. They don't look like friends yet, though. So care to tell us why she's been watching you? I managed to engage old pastime of throwing rocks. You mean the game of Chukchon? Save them for the festivities of Dano. I was throwing rocks at the passers-by? I'm sorry. Was Kim on top of a building just like pelting people with rock? What do you mean? In the backstreet? Were you throwing rocks at poor people? P.O.T. That's a wrong deed, good sir. Suppose it is? People of Pale and Saul in particular found it distasteful. They did not let it discontent. Incredibly funny. But the P and the Downthrower cheer me on to a degree. I found it cathartic. How curious then. How curious. This is the right deed or a deed not right? Yo, Saul? Whatever it is I told describing. Well-known proof that S-Corp also known by its other name. Salpipio Agro Industry. A wing specialized in the general agriculture and livestock in the city. The vastness and depth of responsibilities have necessitated such divisions of labor. Oh, so one sector only worries about the blood, others only worry about the flesh. That's interesting. 3 part circles responsible for the absent industry. Sal P and P with flesh, blood, and bone. Sal responsible for cultivation of rice and other grains. Pio responsible for meat and livestock. And P in charge of the technological aspect of both. Oh. As a scientist and researcher who once toiled at S-Corp, I felt the persecution of P firsthand. Oh. So S-Corp doesn't like technology? It is believed that the Trinity was designed for balance, that it would provide assistance when requested one another in check when needed. It was once promised a cultivation and sustainable S-Corp. Alas, the noble intentions of yesteryear now lie sullied. The Trinity now degraded to 3 quarrying bands of profiteer blinded by avarice, relying not on honor but betrayal and perfidy to claim the top of the triangle. An adherent of the flesh claims the position of chief state counselor and monopolizes rice as the common folk starve. An adherent of the bone, once a right state counselor, told this to Saul and rises the seat of left state counselor. And such shameless conspiracy remits not the common folk to even kill the land as they please. Ooh. Yeah, S-Corp is fucked. Livestock bleeding out hanging from a hook, while bone and flesh collude like that of the emaciated dead. Who shall claim a severance of flesh and bone and force them both to yield? An oft-heard poem when walking the streets of S-Corp. Oh, that these people wouldn't have tried if the rocks were. They weren't people. Rats. She was throwing rocks at poor people. Brother! Rats? Oh yes. Counselor finds rats detestable. Much better to stop them from a distance if you want to crush them. By any chance, do these rats have an habit of sneaking into the royal court to better pilfer what the common folk rightfully deserve? Yield my flesh, you say. Yeah, playing their bones. Understandable. Are they really people though? Are we gonna get into the ethics of the city? I'm not sure if we should. The city suffered from a severe case of kleptomania. So you purposely threw a rock at his feet, tripping on the ground, knowing he was a kleptocrat? A kleptocrat? Oh my god. Simply could not help but react to such the presence of scurrying rats. That all you find funny. Think if you do, I could use a good laugh about now. Just expressing my gratitude, that is all. Those whose corruption is revealed ought to be readily received as scarlet or a bone. The gall to scamper away with their expensive aesthetic. My men were having some trouble apprehending them until now. Well, if that's your intent, you are invited to leave a token of gratitude somewhere in the vicinity. Perhaps I'll happen to pick it up. Wouldn't happen to get thrown in the dungeon with real vermin. Oh, we're just gonna do that. So when you stop being a sword and be a human again? When do you clock out? The way I see it, you're not the kind of person who ever let a drop of liquor get his tongue before while on duty for the right state counselor. Oh, she's cute. She's 100% dad, didn't you see? Considering what Kim is seeing, she's 100% dad. Return to this Shogun when you're human again. I'll buy you a drink, thanks. It's a funny one, huh? Mentor. And this fellow you mentioned fondly was... correct. Remember I mentioned her a few times, the drinking fellow I had left behind in S-Corp? Oh, left behind? Then she's still alive? I must say, I myself found that relationship most intriguing. That a military commissioner of the South faction would fraternize with a bodyguard of the Right State faction, who was of the P faction. Oh, they were different factions. Still, I do not that fellow was not the military commissioner of N-Corp. Ooh. It is news to me that you had ties to the Second Ardent official, a military officer with command over high-ranking employees of the Wing Attack. Well, I was the service of the Vice State Consular, who is First Ordnance, you know? Well, that might be true, but... Yet, you would like to know why I, such a powerful friend by my side, have ended up in exile from N-Corp? Yes. The silence of a matter is of great importance, so I have yet to introduce you others as a reticent one. Oh. Ooh, that's right, cool. We made the blade lineage our home for N-Corp. Avail no home for us but the lineage. But you, mentor, I would rather show than tell. Let us proceed, shall we? This enchanted place is intent on unearthing all my past, both savory and unsavory. All shall be revealed in due time. Kim looked around, a tinge of loneliness in his eyes before moving on. We followed without a word. Yeah, what did you do, Kim? Also, Kim... Oh, this is kind of a long dungeon. No distortion. We emerged into a dark and muggy cavern filled with air so stale it almost felt stifling. Up ahead, a thin ray of light shone through the dark, seemingly guiding our path, following the light that was far away fogging the road. Constant powerful gusts howled through the path. Another filled a metallic ring that there was a path was entirely silent, the last one echoed the harsh noise of sword striking against sword. Ooh. This is a battle. This is sacrifice something. I'm gonna go for the silent path. Sinners progressed through the passage accompanied with absolute lack of sound, save for the deep echoes of the footsteps. They were reached what appeared to be a pedestal. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought it was the nebulizer. Good enough. This is still great. I don't think it makes a difference though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there we go. Everybody here. It's these guys.
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
Win rate time.
뚫려라.
I was kind of caught off guard by the dungeon. I thought that boss was gonna be the last. I wasn't expecting this to have a dungeon, but it's fine. Let's check out Kim. All right, Kim is here. I forgot that Kim is here. I gotta check his stuff. Where are you? There you are. Brand. Oh, you're nerfed as hell. You were branded a criminal? Haze. Craft this word, a culture, yield my flash. Hold on. Dealers equals the damage, flash power minus my favorite point itself. Cannot be staggered. Damage. Ah, okay. What are you passive? What's the defense? Overthrow. Oh, and clean their bones. Okay. Fugitive. Bearer of assault to. Wordplay of the homeland. Play lineage mentor. Yield my flesh. Ooh. This rule, we fight the damage, cannot drop below 1 for the turn. And then you release this, it's displaying next turn you keep build like. Oh, that's cool. So technically he doesn't. He has a thing where he doesn't necessarily like dies if he gets to 0, at least first. And yeah, bro is level 81
이 정도로 나와 겁나대?
and is nerfed. How
엄마는
strong was
뭐라면
he?
뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
기대해라.
Did we ever see somebody that was level 90? I think the Roach Emperor was level 90, wasn't it?
꿰뚫리고
Or
너희의 무기로 이 혈투의
ooh,
승리를
yeah,
이끌-
brother, you can just spin.
그쪽도 죄인인가?
On.
순순히
We cover a lot of the levels.
자세
Yeah.
뒤에는 없군.
Papa Don is another character that was like the only way we could win was after he got incredibly nerfed.
이 정도로 아류 산초 경혈 60
Ooh, somebody got fucked.
너희의
어릴 땐
무기
몰랐어.
Yeah.
이 혈투
내
Understandable.
엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는데
떨거지는 잘라낸다.
그 외부 강사들
He has 1,000 each.
내가
Damn.
하는 실력자들이었을 거야.
어?
너희가 보여준
Ooh.
혹은 더 대단한 기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐.
너희에게 꽃을 달아줘.
Yeah.
피아노가
경혈
어울리겠어.
We might get carried, but it's fine.
지옥
대만천에
아우.
집중해.
피아노.
Honestly, Kim and Engido are carrying our asses here. I didn't pay attention to what's the level of the enemies.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며 많은 기억을 쌓아줘.
Do you think we're gonna get to level 70 at the end of Inferno or at the end of Altis Canto? Excuse me. Slowly looking around the streets of N-Corp, a youth, after fidgeting and hesitating for a moment, walked up to us and asked for help. Wishing to better his own status, he took a royal examination and was able to gain a high grade. Twice he knew people passed the exam with flying colors, had their travel expenses paid for. The homeward trip and were granted a guy, but it must have been a misunderstanding. Thus he left the exam to also one such party. Did you? Yeah, anyone here can help? Who will step forward? Gotta be you, right? There we go. A Honolulu opened their mouth to begin, stopped, and turned around to where Bamboo Hatted. Yeah, you should have asked them. Someone else that we considered side and walked up the youth, giving direction. You don't want people to know you passed them. Alright, that probably means people are gonna be angry at him. Might be a water drop from bush calligraphy. We may have no practical need for this. I see none of you are acquainted with the art of grinding. Ooh. The maid writer moving and do as this skin spurs this not have a reply. Okay.
사람 쫓는 일을 하다 보니
Oh, I never seen this one.
게 많답니다.
Let's do that mashup. I see. Ooh, okay. Fight time.
오늘도 부디 정신을 유지할 수 있기를.
Let's see. I wasn't paying attention to the enemy levels. Let's take a look at them now. Level 60. Yeah,
떨거지는
pretty fine. I
잘라낸다.
don't know how did Prince so lose that.
꿰뚫려라.
How do you manage to lose that battle, brother? No, I understand why this battle mode is. Some people don't like the chain battles,
보라를 받으시자.
but they are pretty cool to see. Hydrate, good idea. Thank you, Jojo. Let me just second round. Get him.
그렇게 흔적조차 남지 않은 힘은 모두 나의 바람을
돌아가기
저기
시작하면
걷는 도움 또한
Thank you.
도움일 테지.
Ow. How have I been doing recently?
이 혈투의
I've been
승리를
playing. Ooh.
하레이다.
I've been playing Final Fantasy XIV, and I think I'm finally getting into Down Trail. I wonder if I should stream Final Fantasy XIV.
하나뿐인 사.
I'm not sure if people are gonna be interested in like watching someone that is not starting right now and watching someone that is not doing
지금
a
완전
super
선천적인
late
고문을
game rating.
당했어.
I'm not sure if they would watch just for the story. I should probably ask people to see if they're interested. Ooh. How the fuck is Marceau?
그래. 눈높이 왕의 비호를. 그래. 눈높이를
How come you're losing so badly now, Marceau? At least you have the healing, yeah.
보이지도 잡히지도 않겠지만
직결 처형이다.
그
Oh,
사슬로 이어져
You
있는
got staggered. That's new.
너희의 시간은 사라지지 않을
Alright, hold on. There we go. Topatos Matos.
거창을 새겨주지.
Wait, why are you here? Did one of us die? Wait, who died? I didn't pay attention.
여행엔 목적이 있었지.
Ooh. From what I am gathering, her ego has got to be some kind of weapon eventually.
먹지.
Nice.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어. 그중 제일 뛰어난 게
These fights are surprisingly tough.
내 피.
But then again, they are supposed to be like the end game, right? Like the farthest we go in the
어릴 땐
story.
몰랐어. 왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
Huh.
그 외부 강사들
Hold on.
손가락 안에서도
One,
내려오는 실력자들이었을 거야.
2, 3, 4,
너희가
5.
보여준
Don Quixote died. I just
대단한
realized.
기술을 매번 엄마에게 가르쳐줬거든.
How the fuck did John? Did Don Quixote die? Oh, that is bad.
전부 잡아들이죠.
Maybe the bleed theme really is not advisable for a while. Oh my god. Merceau, my brother.
왕의 비호를 하사한다.
There we go. That's how you do it.
피날레를 시작하자.
Show them. She killed two of them.
너희에게 꽃을 달아준다면 피아노가 어울리겠어.
스며드는
가장 새빨간
Rodion is pulling her might be the Unbreakables. True, I wasn't paying attention to the Unbreakables.
저런 개인주의.
I really hope one day Don Quixote gets like another ID that is based on La Mancha Land.
지금처럼 엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을
Because unfortunately it does suffer from being one of the
많은
earliest
기억을
IDs, especially compared with the most modern ones.
언젠가 그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에
I do like her a lot
데려갈
though.
수 있게.
A glimpse of a figure stabbing into the darkness of the unlit prison. Him lets aside before he fully exhales. Who goes there? Sharp cry cuts through silent air. What shall we do? Yeah, let's try to trick them. Oh shit! I thought we were gonna. Never mind. I'm stupid. Well, there's a story here. Okay,
왕의
let's go.
행진이다.
No, it can't be. My life is experiences. The memories I have recorded are different. Alas, he came to a stop with a green look in his face. Again, I am returned to the day. Twice I dropped the same morose speech we heard before. Mentor, I have been here before. Have you? Had a peek into my memories and I just started, did you? I must say, it's a bit embarrassing to have my deepest and darkest secrets revealed like that. Him grinned sheepishly as though cleared the air, but becoming rather clear to me that he was doing. Sleep and demeanor has seemingly devil-may care attitude were but a mask to hide the true darkness in his heart. And this must be, indeed, the right state council of the state. Someone who had once protected Someone who had once protected thought was worth protecting. Flashman Gaze made his way to the front yard. Take a tall step over or you might trip. Ooh! Their bodies splashed about the yard. I couldn't dare start counting them. I feel faint watching the aftermath of the carnage. Some were decapitated, some had their torsos split diagonally, some they were mangled I could hardly even tell which parts belonged to who. Ooh, did he fail to protect the right state councilor? What are they doing at the councilors? No. Were they killed by assassins? Assassins did infiltrate the state, he asked. You're looking at what remains of them. I had but a moment to glimpse it. I clearly remember what the N-Corp logo I saw in its phantoms looked like. The hats his corpses were wearing adorned the same logo. So why is Belmo-hatted him calling them assassins? In this corrupt land, the right state councilor's life was always as precarious as a candlelight in a tempest. Such is the fate of all those who have the guts to speak the truth in N-Corp, where positions of influence are hoarded by corrupt psychopaths whose so-called power is ironclad. Oh, so it's H-Corp 2.0, gotcha. The most prominent among them, the left state councilor. The chief state councilor's blessing sought to wield his own private army, silence forever the tongues of those who advocate against corrupt. Private army, but they're prohibited in their homeland. So they're kind of like the great houses of H-Corp, each have their own armies? Similar to what is happening, but not exactly. If S-Corp circumstances were to be explained in plainer terms, look into a situation in which a company whose employees outwardly appear to be all working on the same side is in fact fractured within departments pledging alliance to a different individual and the chief executive. What assassins there had been in the past at least were masked to hide their religion. I thought this no different, though with assassins significantly less investment in the disguises, not realizing that I had just placed my stone inside the tiger's maw. Ooh. Looking around at the yard teeming with assassins, I recall thinking it odd how many of them they had sent. So the last state's power had grown to loom over the head of the king. Should have realized how ridiculous such a brazen attempt at the life of the triumvirate councilors of the royal court would have been. Foolish. Ooh. Wait. There were simply too many of them. So they had decided that tonight was the night who would finally slay the constable, or die trying. I was soon overwhelmed and some of them eventually managed to get around me and reach the councilor's bedchamber. The moment I heard them reach the door, all started laughing and I felt things. Oh! And I knew who the author of the foul scheme was. The left state councilor. So I am too eager to be a person to carry on your wheel. What I can do is plant the seeds of terror in the hearts of the unjust, only to shackle their blackest hearts from committing greater misdeeds. I shall go before the villain who contrived his betrayal and see that the favors were paid in steel. Only with such vengeance shall the councilor last close ties in his grave. So I had thought. Ooh! Greetings, honored bodyguard of the right councilor. I see you have been hard at work. Parasite. I outplay you alive and reveal the wretched soul underneath. Some gall you have to show your face here. Oh, here? You mean the home of the honorable right state councilor who toils day and night in service of the royal court? I know the assassins were sent by the left state councilor. Get out of the way. I shall collect your head once my task is over. Alas, alas, the unsightly display of anger shames us all. Taxes too? Nuh-uh. You can simply say no to taxes. What are you gonna do? Are all those who live by just words so uncouth as you? The cruelty of your damning words and oppression such upon decent men like myself. You're a man? See how long you can. Heed me, soldiers. Arrest that mad butcher. Huh? What? The accused shall heed his crime. 1 moon ago, an anonymous letter threatening to take the life of the revered right state councilor arrived at the royal court. Oh, he was framed. Contumelios and fronteries and affront not only to the royal court, but to the heavens and men alike. The revered last state councilor, who Gong has been in disagreement with the right state council in the matter of the state. Count's offense be so heinous that has personally commanded this man to protect the political enemy on the day right on the ladder. Huh? Yet, tragedy has struck. All those lives sent to protect the noble council are slain. The bravery and justice of the noble hearts trampled upon the ground by this villain. And now the villain promises death to yet another pillar of the royal court? He was framed in the most childish way possible, I'm not gonna lie. This feels very like, this is the most obvious framing I ever seen. Oh no! My political enemy received an anonymous letter saying that they're gonna be killed. I will send every single soldier I have to take care of them in their bed chambers. Wouldn't that be cool? Sorry. A counselor. Are you be looking for the right state constable here alive and well? Oh. The vial rash leaned down next to my ear and whispered, perhaps you should have known you were not supposed to pick your nose. Do you really think you could overcome the entire private army than that state consular service? But so many of his men to his death. To lure me to a trap? Why? Don't take this as a compliment, as you're not even the apex blade of the homeland, nor are you the cloud blade. But you've been a rather egregious obstacle for the execution of my plans. Couldn't get through the first thing of my plan. You constantly get in my way. Keep you nicely locked up and out of trouble. What is worth, young man? I'm sorry. I come to realize the error of my ways. The truth is, true N-Corp is indeed a pond of turbid water. It was those like us who had stirred the dirt and on its bed and turned it cloudy. During the worst, we arrived to protect the river right state councilor. 1,000 curses upon the villain. If this quest for the right state councilor's life, the butcher's men already watered the ground with N-Corp's laborers. The very lifeblood that runs the veins of the most serene wing. Most serene wing? Damn. Charcoal-hearted villains none other than the councilor's sworn guard, Kimlib. Han. He does, O villain. Unho Bay. Ooh. Oh, and they sent her to. Oh. He was considered for Cloudblade, huh? That brand of a noob is sapping your strength. Even your master of the blade will only do. Are you to be my executioner, Jongyo? I haven't decided. I haven't received the order to behead you. That's what you're asking. Why would it befit someone on my station to swing my hands on the executioner's duty? How will you evolve now? I don't know. The counselor has abandoned me. There is no path forward. The PPO in the agro-industries is more corrupt than I had thought. Rotten to the core. Where the game ends. Time to resign my stone. Indeed it is. Oh! Once a game has been lost, you start anew and cast other gambits in the next turn. Why don't you stop playing this unfair game, where the opponents always starts with stones placed on all 9 start points of the board, and find a place where you can begin anew with defending? Since I realized it was you who freed me, come after you. It's okay. Unlike someone who made a fool of himself and fled after passing the royal examinations, I have royal court's backing as a military commissioner. Oh, when we come back to N-Corp, she's not gonna be there. Using so difficulty would cast me down right away just because I let go of someone like you. You are branded criminal. In the eyes of the court, you're as good as inconsequential. A report that even if you were to flee, you would still be nothing more than a plaything in the palm of her hand. Yeah, I know that people joke about, like, King Aura lost, but King is a very interesting character. Some things can be done without abandoning a rule true. And you are needed. N-Corp's future isn't those who are less bound to expectations like yourself. Besides, it's not the rules I stand by. My own principles. I did say you were talking of gratitude, didn't I? Consider this a settlement of that. Gratitude and vengeance, after all, which are common quality. Go depth to your fate. Jongyo, come with me. There is no hope left for N-Corp. Did it yourself, didn't you? We'll never win as long as we're playing the rigged game. Listen, I might have a nice advantage over you, but to me it's as small as 3. I managed to keep my finger on the pulse. Besides, change doesn't always come from the outside. The old wisdom say to catch a tiger, you must enter his den. But wouldn't it help to have an ally awaiting the tiger's den to back you up when the time comes? Ooh. Eventually we're gonna go back to N-Corp to overtake them, don't we? Oh no. Go and build your strand beyond the walls of N-Corp. Yet beware of relying over much on foreign powers. Ooh. Going to N-Corp. You know who I am, I'll just go with the flow. Yes, do as you will, go with the flow, be whatever you want to be. But I'm just hoping that the current events of the river will someday bring you back to N-Corp. That's all. So I had left the game to rigged game. My records afterward were stellar. The slaying of the stones on my board was always full of holes and mistakes. I joined the Blade lineage, became their mentor, dragged them to the library, until eventually it cut down to those who had placed their faith. Ooh yeah, the library. When Jung-Yup had let me go, I had escaped the Tiger's Maw. But as I let the game progress the flow, I came to realization that my life was an endless sequence of connect and dies. Still losing play from the start. Shadows dancing by the distant humanoid form begin to grow with wildfire. Oh shit, they're back! From his memories. Films and photographs, yes, someone remain a doctor, but impressions of a person gasping from viewing the photographs is maggot. It must be after. Yeah. Kim believes that the Blade lineage were to come back to life, he would want him. I see. Alright, let's see what we can do now. Everybody dominate. Who?
내가 왔다.
You know, I probably would have a lot much better time if I stopped to read the passives of what make the enemies stronger. But I don't want to. I simply do not wish to read. Having your confidence and faith crushed is one thing, having hope and reason to move forward is a whole different level. Yeah. And that happened to him twice, right? First when he got betrayed at N-Corp. And then Jung-Yup released him, gave him another chance. And he was going alright with the Blade lineage until the library happened. And he discarded. And then when that happened, he got like completely done.
40.
I am surprised he didn't start again. Oh, just 5 of them? Okay. That's a lot easier.
피날래. 따스한 피 스며드는군.
There we go.
추잡하네.
Yeah, they are kind of ugly, not gonna lie, Rodion. No, I am just now realizing. But Kumo Ishmael does a lot of damage. Like, girl is pulling her weight and more. And boy, does she have some weight there.
왜 엄마가 삼촌들이랑 말도 못 섞게 했는지.
Nice!
그 외부 강사들
Him is not playing.
손가락 안에서도 내로라 하는 실력자들이었을 거야.
That's dagger.
행진의 꽃.
더 대단한
이것이
기술을 매번
서곡의
엄마에게
피날레다.
가르쳐줬거든.
Oh, everybody whack his ass. Got these people basically crushed into the library and she thought the game was fit and fair.
엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을
Yeah,
다니며
like,
많은 기억을
Angela really
쌓아줘.
wasn't playing a fair game here.
그 중에서 가장 멋진 곳에 나를 데려갈 수 있게.
Angela kind of forgot that they didn't have like the thought deterrence to level the field. Someone carrying a sword and a spell and a second shoulder leap in the haystack near us. Criminal was coveted the kingdom's properties in this direction. Ooh. Those made their way to the crowd approaching us as well. Say you don't note and slowly turn toward the attack. You know what? Let's point in the wrong direction. Ooh, okay. We're at 45. Sure. Yeah, nice. Some civilians walked up to men and gave their thanks. Oh, yeah. Really grateful for the light bulb and approached us. I'd like to be shooted by outsiders. Welcome surprise. Kim squeaked out a small embarrassed cough. I get long enough to ride onto trails about time I saw myself off. Within a hurry, he bade us a moment to rummage through his sack and boost packs of food. Ooh, okay. We're into the shadows. Oh, that's healing, nice.
잘 됐군.
Oh shit, we don't have the thing at the end. Okay.
피를 머금을 시간이네.
We do not have the thing at the end where we heal ourselves. Gotcha. Alright. Let's get going.
퍼레이드와 피날레.
Nice going, girl.
기대해라.
Ooh, nice.
지금
Tag on
완전
first turn.
삼촌들이랑 고무대 같았어.
Sometimes Altis decides to lock the fuck in.
행진의 꽃. 이것이 서곡의 피날레다.
Pew! Nice.
왕의 비호를 하사한다.
Keep rolling. I wonder if Dante can canonically see the coins. It does feel like they can somehow. Watch your back. That's the coolest animation in the game. One of the coolest, not gonna lie. I may not have my main damage dealer at this point with Don't Shot the Dead, but it's fine because everybody else is pulling their weight pretty well.
이루어질 수 없는 희망. 추락해
Let's go.
흔적조차 남지 않은
There it is.
모두 나의
Funny how the first fights were the hardest.
적이 걷는 도움 또한
I guess because of the lack of sanity. Dead.
엄마는 무기라면 뭐든 잘 다뤘어.
Oh, okay.
그중 제일 뛰어난 게 검이었고.
Let's go. Well done, Gregor. Now that we are already at max level, I don't have to feel guilty about using the sport. Please just stop the thumb from going to the library if they were weaker. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like Angela was, despite Angela thinking the game was fair, I don't think she... I think she was fully aware that it wasn't. Girl was playing a completely different game than everybody else. I do wonder. I wonder if we're gonna. There's no way we never like go to the library in Limbus, right? Watch the upgrade 9, fix his soul to prove over. Yeah. To be fair. To be fair, Roland was like not anybody, you know. Roland was a powerhouse by the end of. Ooh, this is the end. Is this the end? Hold your breath and count to 10. Like a prey backed against the cliff's edge, and left bereft of paths. My hand hesitates, no room to place its own. His judgment verged on when the contemplations harrow the mind indeed. Now all that remains is to neutralize that one enemy combatant in the yard. Roland to the middle, the reason the middle got backed up. Yeah, Roland messed up the middle a lot. Tell me, was waiting. Isn't Roland mentioning like Heathcliff ID in the Upside story? Not a hard guess to make, is it? I expect to find Im Jong-Yup here. Jong-Yup was a woman of loyalty and principle. Even as a military commissioner, she never stopped wanting to change the ways of the party. But even she must have broken in the end. I scoured newspapers and TV for anything I could find on the girl's state of S-Corp. When it was plain as day, nothing had changed from the access of my departure. Mentor, is it not but baseless speculation? You concern those uncomfortably? Never have you spoken about such monstrous one in the past. Thus, what lies before you is but a figment of the distortion reflecting upon your memories. This Gyeongyu appear as monster does. Oh, Jong-Yup wasn't like that. Jong-Yup, I still believe that top PPO agro industries deserve to die. But destruction is not the point. The point is that I want it to be a place where I can cut away the rich is corrupted and have it be a wing that cares for its common folk. If I didn't know better, I would have thought you were seeking to plant the current task car. You notice all what I'm talking about. I'm just a wanderer, floating down the river's flow to where the current takes them. When the river is bent and I hit a wall, someone picked me up and made a blade out of me. Once abandoned, I returned to the flow and found myself a mentor. Those who afforded me undeserved faith. And the river continues to win, carrying me back to Escar. Once I had fled, shall I let the blade sing my inner thoughts? You think I'm satisfied with the way Escorp is, but your method as it is now goes against the principles. I expected better from someone of your wiles. For I enjoyed this principle so much, then why ask me to leave the game? Now someone has to stay behind and try to bring change within the limits of their principles. I had hoped to be one of the bands the rivers of yours would. Told you back to knock on the gates of Escorp once was crying for change. Changed? What do you think? You would listen to think I have. Because you believe that I shall stand in your path. Standing my path. Stem to flow this river evermore. Ooh! Very well. The law stated an denial of will of the royal party is a crime deserving of death by beheading. I, Im Jong-Yup, second ordinance of Top PPO Agro Industries, official of the sword and military commissioner of the royal party, to uphold the command and sever the buzz of rebellion before they propagate. Ooh. Shit. Once the war arc starts going to Escorp will be pretty cool. I'm pretty sure the war is gonna start either in Altis or Faust Capital. One of the two, 100%. Okay, we can win. I feel like this is just a straight up a fight, right? No gimmick. Nothing like the shield gimmick of the last one. Let's find out. Just keep winning clashes. If you win clashes, everything is gonna be fine. Unless you can yield her flash too, then we're kind of fucked. Nice. Throw her, bro. The music is great. The music doesn't miss. Same gimmick. I haven't seen a shield there, so maybe that happens next. Imagine each of you. Oh, I should probably take a look at their past to see what's different. Ooh. Okay. Did anything change? Deep rooted regret. Initiative, bearing of Salsu, Williams mentor, you my flash. Fate lost. One may get lost in one of the wrong path, but will through the files of deviation are forbidden by. Yeah, that's the same thing we've seen before. Sorry. Okay, saw this. Don't fire Vtuber. Sorry. Ooh. Okay, seems like it's roughly the same. On flash to lose, gain 1. Ah, okay. She does have yield my flash. Take 10% damage from critical hits against and from Bebo Head him. Okay. Roughly the same thing. No, I want win rate. I don't want to. That's crazy. Alright, cool.
따스한 피 스며드는군.
Oh, at laser praying is fine. We can keep the fight going since it's just a fight. If anything important happen, I can pause. Alright, cool. Ooh. That's my girl. Get her ass! Ow. Keep doing this one skill. That's better than kind of like kicking, I guess. Speaking of. We're gonna get her under 5,000 soon. Nice. We've been doing pretty. Oh, this is not good. This isn't good either. Can I? Hold on. Skills. So that's a skill 2, right? 62 attack weight and 3. 61 attack 8 for combat target protection once per turn. On 2 high resistance. Defense speed, defense power up once per turn. That's right. I
전부 잡아드리죠.
think we'll be fine.
행진의 꽃 이것이
At least with the bind that is happening on her, we don't have to worry too much about her speed.
비율을 하사한다.
Right. Nice. Ooh.
자세에 틀림은 없군.
순순히 보라를 받으시죠.
Alright, Kim. Out. Owing the first. Nice going. Honestly, it's better that she shoots Engidu than she shoots one of the other skills. Because Engidu has a lot more HP. Oh, wait. Ow. Oh, she evaded. Let's go.
엄마가 검을 들고 나갈 때마다 내가 정말 두려워.
Now here might be a problem. No?
엄마가 돌아오지 않는 거.
No, actually. We're doing great.
너희는 어떠려나? 무사히 돌아올까?
Hold on.
아니면 엄마처럼
You are targeting him.
거짓말쟁이가 되어버릴까?
But Kin is just Is there anything else targeting him? I don't want to both skills to hit him. Okay. You're for Barbara Altis and you for Kumo. Okay, you can do that. And you're just gonna attack him. Let's see if anything changes.
피날래.
Oh, there he goes. Flashable counter. That's what we love to see. Ooh, I think we gotta let her attack him. If we don't, he doesn't act. He just like stays countering, and his counter doesn't trigger if we don't let him attack. All right, nice. Oh, he's doing amazing clashing. Unfortunately, she does still have the red coins. Okay. Ow. These attacks are scary. Constricting over bones. Right. Whoa. Okay. You did the thing. Let's go. Alright, we're doing surprisingly well. Oh, who you clashing with? Oh my god, everybody. Everybody's targeting him. Okay. Every single skill. Now let's try to hold him off. Ooh, but that. Shit, we cannot dodge that one. What if... No, even if we half her speed. The problem is not her speed, the problem is... It's gonna be fine, it's gonna be fine. You can take careful with the bleed count. Shit, you're right, I wasn't paying attention to the bleed count. Okay. Yeah, the bleed count might caught me off guard. Question, if I defend, does the bleed count... Do I take the bleed damage? Like, how are you supposed to counter the bleed damage? Is there anything I can do about it? Or is it damage that like you guarantee to take as soon as you act? In any shape or form? Oh, she lost that. Oof. That's bad. Bleed count don't proc with counters. Okay. Oof. Oh, she's winning the clashes now. That's bad. Ow. Oh, he's gonna be sent. Yep. Hit Cliff sent to the back. Alright, Malphas is here. I want to do something with Malphas though. No, but that's a blue skill. Blue skill I think we should get. You have it. Defend. Can test skill riders off. Wait. I think I know. Who are you targeting there? Hold on. Right, and then here. Gotcha, that works. I think it's time for me to get Fluid Sac or other healing eagles. I know that Gregor has a healing eagle, but I think only for himself. And I know that Fluid Sac... Oh, wait, she gonna get staggered? Even if she gets staggered, that's still fine. No, she didn't. Oh my... Okay, we won. For a second I thought we were cooked. But what was I going to say? I know the Fluid Sac you have for Don't Shot and Faust, right? Are both versions good? Oh shit. At least all the coins are broken. Still scary as hell though. This fight is scary. It doesn't look like it's like very complicated, but the sheer numbers and intensity of the attacks is like terrifying. Oh shit. Okay, let's go. What's the damage dealt? Yeah.
최선의
Do some damage in here yourself, brother. 500 fucking sinners! Eat this woman! Ooh, I think when she recovered from Saga, we might be good.
따스한 피 스며드는군.
Alright. Nice, we got Rupture. I wish it had the skill tree point. Go, my Kim! Ooh, the body's almost gone.
통화하면
Bay Lantern! Okay, that's a lot of healing for him. Nice. Wait, actually, no, that was a lot of healing. What the fuck? Alright, you know what? I'm gonna do this again. Who's this targeting? Trial. Speed 1. Neutral. Okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine. If he dies, he dies. We're already near the end and we have Yiseng and all those spiders in the back.
따스한
If Gregor dies here, it's not gonna be a huge deal. Oh, okay. Some better amount of healing.
여기서 잠깐 쉬어.
We also have Philip in there. I forgot about that. Forgot that we had him too. Nice one. Alright, good one. Dimension Shredder!
다음 세상으로 넘어가려면 자 여기구나.
Okay, that was a decent amount of damage actually. Ooh! Alright. Oh, she has planar bones. Nice. 6 HP. She died to the bleed. She's not as powerful as I recall. Yet weighted down by the brand, I'm not so far ahead or behind. Don't know, I think you're doing pretty well. Harry, they appear even a good match yet. He's building this world, he's trying to get himself killed. The blade work is far beneath him. Seeking the end, here is he. Can you afford to look away in a duel? What are you doing? You've had to lock your sword in mind and parry it away? You'd have a proper sword type of the blade lock, right? The duel between the mentor of a syndicate and the military commissioner of N-Corp is neck to neck. Clash after clash, these two warriors eventually lock their blades in contest of might before it comes to a close of a final fatal bout. When the dust settle, the mentor lies in the sand. That's what you wanted, we'll grant it. Good, let's finish this. Just as Bamboo had him and Jung Yup ready for the final bout, Engdu lapped him. Engdu? Are you ready? Are you really so ashamed that you would choose death over life, mentor? Are you so scared to leave that you would rather die? Yes, I am. I am scared. I'm terrified of my own audacity to live my days as though I hadn't failed everything and everyone who had the misfortune of placing their faith in me. My mission, my honor, my fellows, as though my path isn't haunted by ghosts. So I can stand shamelessly before the watching the eyes of heavens. Him is stay under a magnet. Bro wants to die so high that every yonder around him goes after him. What have I done with the life that was given to me? Blind to the realities of my homeland, I served a master who would choose politics over loyalty and justice. I cut down my fellows who choose to trust a fool like me. Walked my entire life, that's the flow carried me, and when I finally had the mind to look back, all I saw were blood red traces, everything everywhere I had gone. Isn't it about time I admitted that this game cannot be won? That Mentor, the weakness in your strength has failed your mission. The weakness in your position has failed your honor, and the weakness in your heart had become the fiendish blade that cut down your fellows. You? I thought you were gonna talk me to keep living, yet your words pain me so. Damn, girl! Go off! What weakness of yours is it this time, that you would cast away your own creed and life? What other weaknesses will you use as an excuse today? Stop trying to bear responsibilities asked not of you. The Blade lineage was never about responsibility, nor was it about you, Mentor. Or those your overbearing guilt help you overestimate your importance. What was that saying? Fellow travelers in the same boat will aid one another? Not a single soul demanded that of you. Talk about kicking amendments down. And I have enough of that flippant larking of yours. We all have. You truly believe that not a single one of us had picked up the fact that your gravity was a mean to relieving yourself of the burden you had cast upon your own shoulders? None of us ever demanded some impossible feat of you. What was it that you always said to describe yourself? That you are but a butchering blade that wields itself, not a tool wielded by willing hands. Why, Mentor? I know not what kind of shame or responsibilities a mere tool has. Do you? Because I fail to see any. The shame does not subside still. Then shroud your face with the bamboo hat of yours and live on. Live on so that you may repay your debts. Ooh! Nice! Out of blades, out of arrows. Even the heart that saw death lies defeated at your feet. There's no stone left from MNESTIC gambit. There was nothing more. Ah. Indeed, perhaps there was some merit in your words. That I must retreat from the silly game of stones and become a fiend of blades. Mentor, that's not what I said. Interesting. When did you hear that poem? Yes, when inverted, a bamboo hat like an unladen ship. Enkidu and Jean-Weep were knocked away from bamboo hat game and still bounced off by an invisible force. Oh shit. Are you hearing her again? Bro. Kim raised his gaze to meet an empty air, so some oh my god. This is not the time. Brother, this is not the time. I need you to lock in. It's the voice. But your last move was not the good one. Indeed, I did wish to become a blade. And what did you do? Forge me into an indiscriminate one that... Oh, wait up. It cleaves blindly into friend and foe both. Seeing that in your excitement, you have partnered yourself with the last move. Very well, as it seems I have had the opportunity to retrace my past moves. Allow me to try something new. Oh? And be not so vexed by this round, as you say we never know what the next game shall bring. I appreciate and will treasure the other bits of your advice. Is it? Is it time? Let us play by my rules for the night's game. Oh shit. Something's different this time, innit? It ain't distorting, I think that's... Neflorescence, perhaps. Nothing's for certain indeed. Yet I trust that the words of my last remaining follower have also reached your ears, huh? I'm but a tool wielded by willing hands. Nothing in my life has ever been certain. I know not whether this move is what cements my defeat, but I desire to be a victorious stone nonetheless. Thank you. I will take what encouragement I can. The strange invisible pressure dissipates, and the armored woman readjusts her grip on the sword. Kim turned to look at her, and I saw that weighty shadow seemed to have lifted from his face, replaced by a mix of relief and determination. Oh! Look at him! He's getting the armor back! A bit embarrassing to change my stance now, but... Now I fight to live. I suppose you'll be okay with that? Of course. Oh! To hide from heaven's gaze, the hat I wore. An empty boat I bore my friends along. In bamboo veiled we drift from shore to shore. With wine I don my hat and watch moon strong. In mirth I doff and shroud the moon adore. Oh shit. And with this bamboo hat to veil my brow, to winds and rain my rage I shall not throw. That's his ego? Hi to me, bamboo-hatted one. Speak your name, for I find your outfit dubious of character. I am he who has mentored the lineage of blades to its premature end. And the sword, I am he who has sought to bring salvation to downtrodden to no avail. What to call a man who has failed to disburden himself of the world? How to name a man who has failed to bear the weight of the world? There is none. They'll call me Bamboo-Hatted Kim. Let's go. The treasonous wretch. Oh my god. Absolute cinema. I am feeling the aura.
엄마와 함께 이곳저곳을 다니며
I have never felt the aura so hard right now.
언젠가
Yes.
그 중에서 가장
Oh my god, now I cannot unsee Stan's Undertale. The photographs rapidly fold away from reality. Perhaps Ken had successfully managed to face his own past. When the photographs and memories were overlaid upon the phantoms are pulled away, what remains is a man in dirt, ragged clothing. The phantoms of N-Corp slowly lose grip on this world, and soon reveal the phantoms of the distortion that was hidden beneath it. I see the residents of the Backseating and their blissfully highs from taking the gained experiences. Got the double aura back. True. Sometimes to gain aura, you need to give up on the aura, you understand? If you chase it too high, if you chase it too much, you will never attain it. That's the lesson we learned here. And the man was watching them with disapproval. Why is everyone running away from all this? A baker always surrounded by the smell of freshly baked bread. A florist who makes lovely bouquets for— oh, that's cute. Photographer who capture beautiful sights to remember. They are our lives, our experiences. You wanna be a billionaire with an extravagant mansion and a nest, a legendary fixer who can make syndicates cower in fear just by going on a stroll? To get from this game is not real. Everything in our lives, all of this, just empty means to an end. That you can get high on a fake purchase experience nailed into a can. That's all your life is. This too is Delta Room. You do not comprehend this yet, but you will. This is Toby Fox riding Deltarune right now. Can't be. My life. The experiences and memory photograph are different. You're all blindly consuming fake experience after fake experience without a care about the real thing. That's why you're all floundering, grasping at illusions. Let me show you the things I've shot. The memories, experiences, the reality of your life. Ah. If you told a person who only played Library of Ruin that Bamboo-Hatted Kim looked like this and bagged one, possibly 2 gals, he would probably call you crazy. That is insane. Do you think that, like, there is no way the director actually planned anything with Bamboo-Hatted Kim all the way back to the library, right? There is no way he had, like, any of this planned. It was only in passing, but a glimpse of an unmistakable grimace, a scowl on Marceau's face. I reflected upon the events of today, and could at least begin to guess why that might be. You don't believe there's any experience in either the candy experience or the guy's photograph, do you, Marceau? Because experiences and memories aren't the same thing. What really distinguishes them, I wasn't sure. Correct, manager. But what I knew was that distinction was, for whatever reason, important to Marceau. Huh? A figure materializes with humanoid form spreading out the projector. It was bit of distortion. Next to it is another figure stumbling out of giant suit of armor. What? Now an overlay of phantoms created by within the distorted space. The concept of life and death has little meaning to such a thing. Yet pain does she glow. Those beat distortion power is waning. Hark the accused one, for those are your crimes. Fomenting chaos in a foreign wing while impersonating Shinokuns of top PPO agro-industries. The crime of exploiting the suffering of agro-industries downtrodden is a mere veil for one's phantom. And should be put as part of the enactment. Impersonating a military commissioner. Oh, she gonna use of sentenced to death by beheading? And before I even had the chance to step in or anything, the faint mirror-like warrior brought down her sword onto the photographer's neck. Holy shit! Bro got killed by his own distortion. Can an entity of the phantom slay one outside it? Oh no! Such an instance as so far never observed, but happening right now before our eyes can only say yes. The implications of this are incredibly dangerous. If someone can create a strong enough Dungeons of Phantom and bring something... Oh no! Young Yope is a woman of principle. She would have done the same to the bitter end had she truly been here. As the headless body of the inflection point crumbles to the floor, Yin Jung's shape slowly phases out of reality, and we found ourselves back in the projection. There... No way, don't tell me that headless corpse is... We found a large group of injured N-Corp, staff thrown pell-well into the room, and Durzel was looking down the headless body of the photographer. Holy shit! What a game. This might be like the best gacha game ever. At least when it comes to story, I have some problems with the subject.
아니야, 이렇게 크게 웃으면 안 돼.
Is this the last note? Yep, right on, gacha leader. And the initial report's done. Good work, guys. Taking her radio back in, Urza recommended us for the relief voice. The distortion has perished the mission. Did not cause trouble? Yeah, that kinda sucked. It was not like you guys could help it. I thought the distortion would kill its own inflection point. If we knew that in advance, we probably would have prepared something to stop it, but... well, that's why the LCD and team leader to investigate. All in all, this mission is a success since we managed to eradicate the distortion with N-Corp, not to mention satisfying our client. Also... Ooh. Oh, look at them next to each other. Now I finally know why you've been disappearing on your own, letting us know. Glad you don't have any more reason though, so it's all good. Hey, that's the real win of our mission in our book. Ooh-wee, find this, we did it. We did the thing, it's done. Gosh, I swear I'm never doing one of these without the team leader again. Seriously, I got this close to losing in more than a few times. It seemed the responsibility of looking after the LCD juniors had kept her stressed and high-strung through the mission. I hadn't noticed, but her browsers finally relaxed, bringing back the ship alerts I was more familiar with. Thus, I shall not abide by any more of your indolence. Will you now join us on missions and tasks as we're expected to? That understood, Mentor. Dang, dude, would you mind releasing the hems of my sleeve? Oh, what I wouldn't give to lie down and pass out right about now. The raw emotion in his voice has likewise faded. The English voice no longer as barbed as it has been the Phantom. Seemed to be the two were back on the more relaxed selves they knew. Can't exactly say more relaxed for Kim though, because that's how he always been. At least from what I've seen. In any case, fine, you are released. Giving me a heart shake. I don't feel so good. Dang dude, I'm afraid I may have gone overboard with a brain in your arm. Your hand release, allow me to reiterate that. Wait, stop! My heart finds peace as well as I watch them beat her. Everyone doing okay? Yes, manager. Our forces have suffered minor injuries that not require you to go through the trouble of rewinding clock. And manager Don Dad in the background in the alleyway. Oh, hang on, mate. I got to dislocate the shoulder. Can pop that right back into place for you. Allow me. I've taken care of similar injuries on the field. Ah, yeah, and guess what happened last time I let you do that? You rotated my bloody arm the wrong way and turned the bones of my shoulder into a ship. Don't sweat it, I can rewind that. By now, I have grown used to the pain of reminding Steiner's injuries. A dislocated shoulder shouldn't be a big deal. I have out to ask you a clarification if I will. Yeah? Those still recall was the battle with the N-Corp's screen frame team. The folks taking photographs of us? And? Oh, right. Their toes were sent to identify a captured and violated taboo for Sooth. Assisting their path, it's no mystery we had to come to blows, yet I find this the most perplexing. Why did they take so many photographs of us? Maybe for report their locations? Recording footage is taboo, meaning they can't install security cameras here. The only option to keeping a consistent record and tracking down a case or person's photograph. Their words hold water, yet most puzzling for Sooth. What I recall credited that for a certain point, they had begun photographing us with renewed obsession. Oh, that sounds like quite informal. So, Given how I rely on the information Merceau had provided, I think I got enough practice on how to phrase my questions the right way to put the answers I need from him. I couldn't get him to tell us his own judgments on the matters. The scene seemed to have a near photographic memory of the scene. Merceau, do you remember how many pictures of us the N-Corp staff took? 56 times. Oh, there you go. Dante is learning how to talk with Merceau. That's a lot of pictures. Do you actually remember the exact number they shot us? I do. Now he still needs seeing his memory in action. Huh. So maybe he remembers something that other people don't? And that is why he has that one thing about experience and memories? Who is it then? Is it me? I make for a fine model if I do say so myself. No, it wasn't you. Me. Huh? Why? I mean, what's the most statistically likely reason it was you? This Dantes is working so well with this. Oh? That moment I heard the sound of cables crushing under the boot approaching us louder and louder. The heck? N-Corp. Oh dang it, are you here because we beat up some of you guys? Listen, we had to because of the description, see? Here's as she says. The skirmish was an unfortunate consequence of combating the distortion phenomenon. LIMBUS Companies provides a customer damage compensation program in case of such unforeseen events. Instead of us engaging in battle, please elect to contact the emergency response team or their headquarters or first. Yes, if we understand the circumstances surrounding the battle, and we intend to submit an expeditious request for damage compensation, as you have recommended. But we're here on a different business, so if you'll be so kind to let us speak. Different business. You're here to arrest me, manager. Don't we burn someone to jail? Hold on, Merceau. Let's hear the... Wait, what? Merceau did not resist. He walked past us and joined the group of N-Corp employees. Please confirm you are Merceau, formerly one who nails. The former member of the maintenance and management team at the Grand Magazine Sisyphe headquarters. Cromer was the one who gripped. He's the one who nails. What does that mean? Considering the... Oh, like taking a picture? I know that in the Stranger book... Hold on, let's finish reading this. By decree of the Giants have expelled from N-Corp with imprisonment as penalty for non-compliance. Oh! Tells him subject to immediate arrest. Please confirm that your memory pertaining to the above incident has not been expunged. You are sound of mind recalled entirely. Confirmed. Keep with the regulations hereby notify you are now subject to arrest and transport. Place your hands behind your back and please offer no resistance. Oh shit! Have we been spent more than 6 hours? What's going on? Wait, forget all that. Did you notice what happened, Merceau? Stood calmly with his arms behind his back, nodding placidly in my direction. I did, manager. Then why didn't you warn? It was a question the Moira reflects, but I didn't need to hear his reply to know why. Right, I never asked, did I? Did you not? I'd say you should have warned us earlier, but his reply follows these strategies going forward, right? Yes, it would. Dante understanding Merceau is so cool. Holy shit. The rest of you would be the organization suspects a part of. Poor guy eyes your ass. What in the bloody hell do you think you are? Heathcliff. We're about to antagonize N-Corp, a wing. In the absence of our reasonability in justifiable cause, such a contract engaging in battle with the city's corporate entities is strongly discouraged. Yeah, you're supposed to twin the war done so I could drag it away? Must be another piece of information to neglect to tell me. Yet after development it was set in stone. Despite her calm and collected explanation, I could tell it was not a pleasant situation or Faust either. Comfortable glance at the employees. So where are you taking him? A retrial will be scheduled for the execution of the exile sentence. A trial? Are we playing Danganronpa in Kento 10? The late afternoon sun prickled at us like a thousand hot needles. Merceau, now with cuff, gazed at us unexpression that would have not been out of place on any ordinary day. Oh my god! Okay, so Merceau is arrested. Merceau is apparently the same rank that Cromer was. And I remember that in the book, in The Stranger, Marceau does get arrested and he has a crash out. Here, it feels like it's not the first time he has arrested. Maybe the crash out that happens in the book, crash out, I'm exaggerating, but he gets like a bit emotional. Maybe that has already happened and this is another trial? The one you nails must be something about like taking pictures, right? Like when you nail someone with a shot of a camera, which would explain the banner that was quote-unquote leaked, that is like, that the sun looks like a camera shot. Oh, I am so excited. We don't have the name of it yet. Okay. Well, yes. Tell us. I think we are ready for Can't Stand. As soon as it releases, day 1, I will play it. I'm not sure if day 1, depending on like the day comes. But I will try to play it as soon as possible. Because, playing it completely blind is gonna be a treat. I am so excited. And yeah, and thank you all so much. Thank you everybody that accompanied me to this adventure. This is great. This is amazing. I love this game. I cannot wait for Can't Stand. It's gonna be so exciting. But alright. Enough fangirl. I gotta go take care of my cat. I gotta go make food. So I will send you to someone else. Who do I send you to though? Let me see. Any of my friends streaming right now? Oh, the rain is streaming. Let's raid the rain. We are streaming The Legend of Zelda, so that sounds like a good plan. That sounds like a good one, right? Alright, people, thank you all so much, everybody. I had a great time. Hope you all had a great rest of your night, too. It was really nice to see you, and as always, see you all next time. Bye-bye!